Now it is connected. We are live, Thurman.
Woo! Live, boys and girls, and all other genders.
Whatever you sexually identify as, thanks for tuning into this live stream. We'll be doing more of these as the
Yeah.
year runs down too,
This is
because well, you'll see our new tricks quite easily once this stream starts getting underway. Right now, we have our mods checking the quality and making sure that you aren't seeing literally 1 frame per second like you were with my Batman Telltale stream. I do apologize for that.
Yeah, he apologized for his bad streaming skills.
I don't know what Joincaster's problem it was that night, so I'm only streaming directly to YouTube tonight until I troubleshoot Joincaster or Switchboard or whatever it wants to identify as right now, because it's going through a company takeover or some shit. So we'll see what that leads to in the meantime. And waiting for our mod to message us and say we're good to go before we start anything.
Yeah, and before he decides to not listen to us. Anyway, if you didn't know from the title, this is a Games Award / PSX discussion, thoughts, reaction, etc., 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 all of the above.
I don't know about you, Thurman, but if you watched any of the PSX streams that I shared on my timeline, there's a lot of stuff we need to talk about in the roughly 3 hours we've got to talk about it. I am hoping not to take 3 hours of a Sunday on anybody's time, but
well, I mean, let's just pick and cause I sadly enough I didn't watch PSX. Maximilian dude actually did a reaction video. I meant to watch that, but I kept being lazy, so I didn't get to watch it. But
if nothing else, go while we're waiting on Red to get back to us. Go check out a couple of the trailers from the first night and tonight, because I mean, I linked the one in Discord, and there's quite a few games that I want to discuss after we're done with the Game Awards stuff that I'm going to need more input than mine.
I'd for sure.
I mean, just to put it in perspective, we have a new Patapon remaster.
Oh my god, they did not.
They did. They're remastering Patapon 2. We have a new medieval game, a remaster of the very first one. As much as I love medieval, I'd rather have a new game, but we'll get to that later.
Oh my
and
gosh.
We saw Sophia's boobies in action in the Soul Calibur trailer.
So they finally decided. So Sony finally decided to realize that, oh, if all the things we like to copy Nintendo a lot, maybe we should copy, I don't know, keeping our IPs, but they're finally trying to copy them with that.
Yeah, well, our mod is at Meyer right now, so I'll hop in our own damn stream. And it's looking like it's good. On my end, at least.
Is it?
It is looking good.
Woo!
And we have Chris in the comments, too.
Really? I guess I'll have to join and see that.
I'm adding him as a mod. Work for the channel, get a mod spot.
Yeah. That's how you work. That's how you do it.
Damn right. I mean, Justin's a mod. Red's a mod. We have one other mod that we have yet to unveil.
Oh, we're not supposed to say her name yet?
Nah, not yet anyway. Go watch the last podcast and you'll see it happen. And also, before we get into this, Chris, I'm sure you can't mod technically right now. That's fine. But this is in place for if you're ever available after anything, like if you're not on a podcast and we live stream one, you can just get in there and delete troll comments, whatever. You know how to mod, man.
Do your job, boy. Do your job.
But anyway, not a lot of people know outside of the Facebook group and my personal timeline, but Alberto has departed the channel peacefully.
Yeah, peacefully.
And we wish him the best in his future endeavors and whatever. The very last two things he will be in is the podcast that went public today and the kill compilation for the month of December. So after that, he won't be featured again.
We should do a rest in peace Alberto video tribute.
Oh, I have something in place for that. Don't worry about that. Just watch the December kill compilation.
Yeah, so if you want to know why he left, that's confidential information. Sorry, but yep. Anyway, if you guys want to, on a positive note, I was drunk the other day, and apparently I pulled a noble. So, those of you who don't know, pulling a noble is basically like a little joke that's in our friend group.
It means he left because he felt bad because he wasn't able to contribute, basically.
Yeah. So I was drunk, so I had a noble moment where I did long voice memos saying,
which were showing up as errors on my end.
But Fred was able to listen to them, and yeah, and apparently I left the chat, and then I get added back. Keep in mind while I have a hangover, and
I just let you wonder why the hell you got added back.
And I'm like, why was I added back? Like, and you were like, David was like, oh, you left. I was like, what? I left? Why? I don't know. You have like a long list of voice memos.
There's like 30 of them in a row. All I know is I heard my phone vibrating at like 3 a.m. I'm like, oh shit, I thought I muted this bullshit. Mute. Threw it back on my nightstand.
So, Patreon. So, if once we get a Patreon and we get enough money, I will definitely release those confidential footage of drunk me. I still have yet to show David these.
Yeah.
Surprise! I'm gonna send them to you, David, so you can listen to them.
Alrighty.
Tell me how funny they are.
I'll record them through Audacity or something and just put them in the Google Drive for like a stretch goal for an event.
Let me see if I can find.
Yes, and if you're paying attention to the group, the live chat, Chris, congrats on the successful move. And yes, I will tell Thurman that he is a retard. Since you asked me so nicely in the live chat.
Let me see if I can find him.
But yeah, Chris moved out of his. If you watch the meeting Chris in real life video, he lived in what was basically a meth house, but it wasn't actually a meth house. It was just a really, really shitty built house that was falling apart at all seams. So yeah, bro fist, boom, and yeah, be able to see all his old friends now, getting a new job, a location that he's not the only fucking driver. So yeah, awesome. But anyway,
ooh, here we go, David. I'm sending them all to you.
Alrighty, my phone's on vibrate, so you can't hear it, viewers.
Yeah.
So we'll start off
with the Game Awards.
With the Game Awards. And we'll go from the fan award that I gave a fuck about, personally. And that is the most anticipated game of all time. And insert new trick. Wait for it. Whoa! We can live edit now. All credit for any of these images goes to the studios the games are from and to whoever the fan artist is. If I inadvertently used fan art, if you know who the fan artist is, please link them in the comments of this stream. All credit goes to whoever created the product. We do not own any rights whatsoever. Everything is used in fair use. And go, Thurman, what do you think about Last of Us winning this?
To be honest, I voted for Monster Hunter World because I was more so interested in that because this is the first Monster Hunter game that I'm gonna get. But I feel like Last of Us 2 kind of deserved the win also because the first one was really well done. It seems like a lot of people are hyped for it. So I think I'm not upset that it won. To be honest, I mean the games that were nominated weren't really all that to begin with, besides like Monster Hunter and Last of Us 2. So I have to say I'm not too upset about that.
The other nominees were God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man from Insomniac, which I'm actually looking forward to both of those titles. Monster Hunter World. I know Justin's already released a video on the channel from the beta. So go check that out if you're interested in that. And Red Dead Redemption 2. I loved Red Dead, but 2K talking about microtransactions, and it kind of has got me iffy on at least the day one purchase. But Last of Us Part 2, I just actually Amazon Prime this shit. The Last of Us Remastered. Because I've been wanting to play it again, and I don't know what the fuck happened to my copy, if I lost it in transit to the new apartment or what, but it's been missing for quite some time. I've been meaning to replace it. I saw it was like $17 on Cyber Monday. I'm like, fuck it. But yeah, Last of Us Part 2.
Really hyped for God of War or
why would you not be hyped to kill Norse gods? You get to kill Loki. What would piss Jess off more than killing Loki?
Let me see. Lots of things. Me doing lots of things. But the point is that I wouldn't say I'm like a fan of God of War, but I feel it's a good game. I'm not going to deny that, but I can't really say I'm hyped. You know,
like God of War is kind of like the Halo of Sony friend.
Yeah,
that's the where
I'm definitely going to buy it. But I can't say I'm hyped for it either, really. Because, you know, it's the same thing every time. It's like, you go, you kill gods. This time you have a sun mechanic. It's looking good. It's fucking beautiful. I saw the world teaser from London's Game Week. They re-showed that at PSX. And I'm blown away by how beautiful this game looks. But it's still God of War.
Oh, yeah.
You go, you kill the enemy, you kill the god, you move on to the next level. It's
yeah.
I mean, there's some open world aspect to this one, we know, but at the same time, it's still God of War to me. Like,
yeah, the game looks beautiful, but I mean, it's just gonna be a God of War, just different gods. So
yeah,
I mean,
this time you're in Norse. Cool. I want to know how that happened, and I want to kill gods. That's all I care about. It's apparently going to be 25 to 30 hours, though. So that was revealed at PSX. For a God of War game, that usually takes a decent, healthy shit for me to beat it. Because I can speedrun it. But at the same time, 25 to 30 hours for God of War is fucking impressive. You know?
Yeah, because ours, like the other God of War, is just like 10 hours, I think, right?
10 hours at max. Or if you memorize the locations of enemies and their patterns, you can blow through it after you beat it the first time in a couple hours. But, yeah. Other fan awards. I'm just going to skip through these really quickly because I did not want to put personal images out there of any of the people that are to be named. Although they are in the public light, I still don't feel right doing that. Outside of one person, because I cannot find an actual picture of the game itself. Or even a web page like, hey, here's what this game is. So it's just a screenshot from the Game Awards. We'll get to that next. Guy Bayham, I'm probably saying that name wrong. AKA Dr. Disrespect 1 Trending Gamer. So I know absolutely nothing about Dr. Disrespect. And I mean no disrespect here. And I will leave you with that pun. Faker won Best Esports Player. Best Esports Team was Cloud9.
Cloud9 for the second year in a row.
How FaZe Clan was even fucking nominated is beyond me.
FaZe
Clan was the runner-up.
When I saw that,
I said, "What is this? 2012?"
When I saw that for ballot, I was like, God. The only reason why I know FaZe Clan is because my little cousin, apparently FaZe, duty clan stream, whatever. So it's just
your little cousin needs fucking mental help. FaZe Clan's toxic as shit. In Chinese Game Fan Award, or Fan Game Award, JX3HD. I have no fucking idea what this is. I can't even find it on the Android market.
Yeah, because it's Chinese only.
Yeah, well, a couple of these I actually could. The Gumballs and Dungeons I could find, and Monument Valley 2 I could find. But the others I could not. Because I wanted to at least play them before I voted. But that one I couldn't, but it won, so it must be godly.
You couldn't vote for that one though. I couldn't vote for that one.
Yeah, they locked it, but you know, I'd like to at least try every game I can before I place any votes on a fan ballot or anything like that. But yeah. So I went through and actually played at least demos of all the games that were announced to be on here. Because I wasn't spending my entire paycheck on the Game Awards to know if something was worth my time.
Guess it's like a review, that you know what's worth playing and what's not.
Yeah. Planet Gaming reviews will be back in 2018, but
a lot of things will be back in 2018. So let me see. I actually want to give a shout out to Cuphead. Like I feel Cuphead.
Wait for it. Wait for the edit to come up. Whee! I am way too fucking enthused by being able to live edit.
Cuphead winning, I believe it was 4 awards.
They were nominated for quite a few. They won 3, I believe. And we can just rattle those off right now. They won Art Direction, Independent Game, and Debut Indie.
Yeah, man, that's like, I'm so happy for these guys.
I still have to fucking beat this game.
Like, what makes me happy about them winning this is like, I've heard, like, if you go to their interview, man, these guys worked extremely hard. Like, they were in debt.
They went in debt for this project, and they've made it back. And I could not be happier for them, you know?
Yeah.
It shows that you actually give a fuck about your project if you are willing to literally go in debt to try and actually create it. So, I can't say enough about Cuphead. I really can't.
Yeah. It deserves everyone it got. It deserves all of it.
I don't think it was actually nominated for Game of the Year, but I would not have been shocked if it did. No, it wasn't.
Yeah. It deserved it.
It deserved it on the way they slaved themselves for this game.
Yeah, but I feel like have we ever seen an indie game be nominated for Game of the Year?
No,
I don't think we have yet. Yeah, so I don't think indie game. I think
that will probably never. Well, I guess you could call PlayerUnknown's Battleground a fucking indie game. Couldn't you?
Well, I guess maybe.
I still don't know how the fucking an early development title got nominated for Game of the Year. I love PUBG, don't get me wrong, but if you're not a final fucking release, you do not deserve to be nominated for Game of the Year.
I'm impressed Persona 5 got... I heard Persona 5 was good, but I didn't even think it'd get that many, like, awards.
I just bought Persona 5, like, not even a month ago. I bought it while we were with Chris.
It won... I think it won at least one award, correct?
It won. 1 second. Let me remove.
It won Best Original.
Let me remove the Cuphead edit and bring up the Persona 5 edit, and it won for Best RPG.
Ah, yes. Who was it up against? It was up against.
It was up against. Let me get to my.
I am really surprised that Final Fantasy 15 did not win that.
Let me bring it up on the notes here. It won against Divinity Original Sin 2, Final Fantasy 15, Nier Automata, and South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
I don't know how that was nominated.
Because it's a really well done RPG. It's kind of like early Final Fantasy meets The Stick of Truth, all in one. I'm not going to knock it, but I don't know how Divinity Original Sin 2 got up there, personally. It was a good game, but it was broken on release. There were game-breaking bugs. So, I mean, if you have game-breaking bugs, you don't deserve to be up there day one.
It's the interesting thing about the RPG is I never played Persona 5, so I don't know if it really deserves it or not. But I voted for Final Fantasy 15, and it just interests me how because that game was like one of the most anticipated games of that year. So
I'm not going to deny it. Either one would have won, and I would not have been upset whatsoever. I thoroughly enjoyed both, but Persona 5, the anime style of it kind of captured my heart a little bit. It was really, it was one of the most unique titles I've played this year. From what I've played, I haven't beat it yet, but from what I've played so far, the world itself is on par with Final Fantasy 15. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate in the comments about that, but it's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it's kind of weird seeing a non-Square Enix title win Best RPG.
Atlas is fucking good, man. I can't knock him.
I agree. I feel like Atlas gives Square Enix their money when it comes to their RPG titles. Shin Megami Tensei, Persona. I think they have another RPG title too. I'm not sure. I don't really know much of Atlas that much, but they make good stuff.
They really do. They really, really do. I was just missing those notifications from earlier. Moving up right along, we have Best Action Game being Alberto's least favorite game of all time.
Wolfenstein.
I'm sorry. I couldn't pass up the chance to throw the joke out. I couldn't. The debate he got in with everybody about this, not deserving this award. It needed to be said. But good God, this game was fucking phenomenal. It deserved this award wholeheartedly. And it defeated. Yeah. I gotta scroll past on my notes here. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. I actually printed off the notes here. It beat out Cuphead, Destiny 2. Did not deserve to even be nominated, let alone be nominated around such fantastic games. Destiny 2 can suck it right now. Neo and Prey, which also did not deserve to be up there. As much as I like Arcane Studios and Bethesda, it did not deserve to be up there because it is a glorified 8-hour walking simulator. Come at me. When there was a streamer that could beat that game in 8 fucking minutes by glitching the game out, you do not deserve to be nominated for any fucking award.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to keep in mind because what Jeff Gira, whatever the fuck his name is, said that there's specific requirements that a game has to meet before it can be nominated for any award in the Game Awards. So
Yeah.
I think it was mostly nominated for something. I mean, obviously, it's nominated for a reason. I feel like it's not Crunchyroll as to where like you're nominated just because you're nominated from like people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like I feel like the people who nominate these games.
Oh yeah, we'll be doing one of these streams for the Crunchyroll Awards 2017 if they do them.
Oh my god. Oh, that's gonna be a full-on rage. That's gonna be full-on rage.
I can feel it already. It's going to be either a rage from me or a rage from you, but either way, it'll be glorious, glorious fucking views.
Oh, yes, I can already tell that. So, this one, so, season I have to play most of these games because I'm too poor, and I'm in the verge of moving also, like Chris is. Woohoo! Moving into a better apartment.
Moving again? Where to this time?
Down the street.
Down the street.
Yeah, because his house is terrible, and the landlord needs.
Did your landlord at least fix your fire alarm?
No, the guy's not fixing anything. He's making us pay for it.
That seems like a legal issue from my perspective, but we'll save that for another time.
Yes. So, back to the RPG thing. If I can find David's messenger, so I can. I wouldn't say like I would say I'm kind of surprised that Final Fantasy 15 didn't win. I'm just I'm just say I'm happy we're playing for the action adventure one. Wolfenstein. See the thing is Wolfenstein is I first it's a really action adventures game though, even though it's an FPS. That's the one thing that got to me. It's just like was it nominated for the wrong one?
I don't. Was there technically a? 1 second. Keep going, Thurman.
Here we go. I found it. So it's Cuphead, Prey, Noah, and Destiny 2. Now, judging by most of these, I heard Noah wasn't that good of a game. I heard it was buggy. I heard it had a lot of flaws in it. So
Neo tried to be too many things and falling short of quite a few of them, but it was still a solid game. Yeah, there wasn't technically a best shooter category. But yeah, I guess I just bundled the action adventure, or action and shooter all in one.
Yeah, Destiny 2 I've heard a lot of bad things about, so.
Mostly from me and Justin, right?
Yeah.
We both hate it for the right reasons.
Cuphead, being nominated, I feel like Cuphead probably should have deserved that win, honestly.
Yeah.
But Wolfenstein, I feel like Wolfenstein had a little like nostalgia feel to it in a sense. I feel like a lot of fans who grew up Wolfenstein added it to their thing also.
I think there was a slight bias on this one from the fans that grew up with Wolfenstein versus those that haven't played any of the other games. I mean,
but the thing,
Prey was basically a reboot of a game that came out when the Xbox 360 first came out. Then you had Neo, which was a buggy Souls-esque game, and then Cuphead being Cuphead. Then fucking Destiny 2 being the shit heap it is. I'm actually going to check the live chat really quick. Okay.
Yeah, let's check to see if we got any comments.
Yeah, my beef with Destiny is twofold, and that's why I'm glad Wolfenstein went over it. My beef with Destiny is it's catering to nothing but casuals versus those who kept the franchise together. And then the whole issue with throttling XP post-game to force you to purchase the Bright Ingrams and shit is bullshit. So that's why a lot of players, including myself, haven't really logged in recently. I'll eventually log in when I get the season pass and try out the new raid, but it a shell of what it once was. Come year 3, maybe it'll be back to what it was with Rise of Iron update for Destiny 1. Who knows? But, yeah, Wolfenstein 2, I do kind of feel there was a slight bias from the fans, but it deserved it, even if it was a little bit buggy.
I heard it was a good game.
It's a Bethesda game. Of course, there's going to be 1 or 2 bugs.
Yeah, but I feel like Bethesda, just capitalizes on their bugs. It's like, oh, there's a bug in this that makes you they do like a thing around it so where they can make you be able to do this. So I mean, it's not totally bad.
No, it's really not.
So
we'll move right along to
let's see here. Let's do. So can we just skip best sports game because no one gives a fuck about that?
Yeah, we'll flash the graphic really quick. Yeah, there's your best sports game, Forza 7, which really
2K,
doesn't need to be a category because every sports game on the fucking planet is a reskin of the previous year's sports game, which is a reskin of the previous year's sports game. Moving right along.
Let's be honest here. Every sports game that's on there is probably made by EA.
1 second. Forza is made by Turn 10 Studios, Gran Turismo Sports, Polyphony Digital, NBA 2K18, Visual Concepts and 2K, Project Cars 2, developed by Slightly Mad Studios, and I believe that's a Ubisoft game or Microsoft game, one or the other. Pro Evo Soccer, Konami, FIFA, EA, and Forza, yeah, like I said, Turn 10, and Microsoft, blah. The one that the Game Awards didn't actually announce, but they announced later on in an article, was PUBG won Best Multiplayer.
Yeah.
Fuck the Oscars guy, kind of ran the time over a bit.
He was a goat, though. He was great. I want him to be the host next year.
That dude, give him whatever he was drinking or smoking on the plane on his way there, and just have him host it, and it'll just be a fucking shit post of an award show.
See, I like guys like that. Man. That guy was great.
I have nothing against the guy. A lot of people in the comments of like various articles were like, "This guy should be fired for unprofessional behavior." It's not unprofessional. Yeah. It's fucking passion.
Yeah.
He cares about his game to the point of he was cussing out the Oscars because he used to do something in film. He was cussing out EA for their loot boxes, which I fucking loved. This entire award show was a shitpost on EA. We had Linda Carter bitching about them not wanting single-player games, and then we had that.
See, and the thing is about, and the reason why I like the way he messed up the Oscars, because he knows how corrupt the Oscars is. Like, if you look into it, the Oscars are very corrupt. There are people there who bribe the thing to make sure that certain movies win. People bribe to get nomination. It's just the Oscars is a corrupt award ceremony.
Yes,
like the Game Awards isn't like that.
Go check out Adam Rooms and Everything, the Oscars episode, and you'll understand exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's not all pretty and rainbows. Trust me,
it's not.
A lot of stuff. It's a lot of that stuff is corrupted. Like
that's why you can basically predict who's going to win based on their budget.
Yep.
But PUBG beat out Call of Duty World War II, Destiny 2, its biggest competitor, Fortnite, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which I don't understand why the fuck that was even nominated for Best Multiplayer.
Best multiplayer. Well, no, I can see why. It's first of all, it's Nintendo. Secondly, Mario Kart is a very great multiplayer game. So,
I remember causing a lot of rage as a teenager with my friends for beating them. And Splatoon 2. Sorry, Red, but PlayerUnknown's Battleground beat your game. We'll see you in the kill compilations, man. Your cute little squid game will still be there, along with kills from this game.
Your squid waifus will be there to comfort you.
I'm sure he's going to have some. Oh, he hasn't commented yet. Keep checking back every time I call somebody out. Glorious though. It's glorious. But yeah. Moving right along to student game. Award that I didn't think existed until this year, and I'm very, very happy it does. Because this is the future of the industry, and I could not find a picture of the game, so what I did is I took a screenshot from a clip on Twitch. So all credit for this screenshot goes to the VGAs. But yeah, there's your creator of a game called Level Squared, which is developed by Kit Brennan, Steven Scigolio, and Dane Perry Svensson from Swinburne University. And I'm probably slaughtering all of your names, and I do apologize. But yeah, this category I never heard of until this year. It must be something new. But as we have not been able to even touch this game, we really can't comment on it. But congrats to the winner. You have deserved it.
Yeah, it said what school they're from, right?
Swinburne University, and judging from how he was talking, it's somewhere in Australia. So yeah, that's all the info I have on the game because it's apparently not released yet. I don't think any of these are actually released currently. This one was something that we fan voters couldn't vote on. It was all done by their panel. So yeah. We'll go right on to strategy game. Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle. My first thought when I saw that this won, I had just tuned into the awards show because I was streaming Batman the day of the awards, and I completely fucking forgot. I flashed back to the guy crying in the audience that helped create this.
Robot Battle Kingdom. See, that's the reason why everyone thought this idea was stupid. It was gonna fail, but I heard it's not that bad of a game.
It is fucking phenomenal.
Like Ubisoft did well. Ubisoft couldn't afford to fuck up a Nintendo game. What Ubisoft mind was, okay, we have to think outside of Assassin's Creed, outside of our buggy mindset, since we're dealing with the big dogs here, because Nintendo will kill us if we don't make this game good.
And they probably would have, and we would have found little bits and pieces of what was left of that Ubisoft studio in the back alley behind Nintendo.
Rest in peace, Ubisoft. You messed with the wrong big dog.
Exactly, but this game was actually really good. It was like something similar to Desagia, or however you say it. Who your profile picture was from for like the longest time. Meeting up with like Persona and Desagia. Yeah, it was kind of like that battle style.
Oh, tactical RPG.
Yeah, it was a tactical RPG set in the Rabbids and Mario universe. It was really, really beautiful. It was a little short, but it was still pretty goddamn good. And it beat out Halo Wars 2, which was quite a disappointment to me as a Halo fan.
I mean, I feel like Halo Wars 2 was a...
It was we still know it exists here, have this game. That's what it felt like to me. The multiplayer is great, but the story...
See, I'm a real-time strategy fan. Like, I love StarCraft, the old Warcraft, and all that stuff. But my thing was the fact that it didn't like I played Halo Wars 1. That was pretty fun with the demo. But I mean, like, it just wasn't like my type of RTS. How the gameplay was. If that makes sense.
It was more Command and Conquer and less Warcraft. That's what it reminded me of when I first played it.
Like even then, like it doesn't really feel like a Warcraft style game. Like
yeah,
you see, like Warcraft is. I feel like it's more. I feel like have you ever played XCOM?
Yeah, I've played the first couple.
I feel like it was a combination of StarCraft mixed with XCOM.
It's kind of like that actually. But yeah. It also beat out Total War 2 Warhammer, or Total War Warhammer 2, Tooth and Tail, which I'd never heard of before the awards, and I was not going to pay for it. There was no demo available. XCOM 2 War of the Chosen, which I have played, and I've seen Noble play on our Twitch. Fantastic game. Go check it out. I couldn't recommend it more. But, Mario, yeah, fantastic fucking game. This is Mario Rabbids game. So, but I was like, I was thinking to myself, is this guy crying in his seat again? He's clearly proud of what he created, and I'm really happy that he won, because clearly him and his team had put a lot of thought into this game, and they've created a masterpiece.
Yeah, and especially since the Rabbids,
I did not like.
The Rabbids.
They
like
they and I had a falling out after like the 5th fucking game.
It's
and then they had a fucking TV show for the longest time. Remember that?
Yeah. It's so funny because people always say like this game. I feel like people are saying like this game could have been even better if the Rabbids weren't involved, or like cause
what would the story be? My question to those people would be, what would the story be?
Exactly. Like, and people were like, well, why it should have been like a Rayman Mario thing? Which I agree, that'd be cool. But I mean, at the same time, that would have, you know.
There would have been licensing involved and all that shit. Whereas the Rabbids are more of an open license; they can go with anything, from what I've read into. So, but I mean, if it's published by Ubisoft, I think Rayman probably wouldn't have been an issue, but I don't think Rayman and Mario in the same game could function as well as the Rabbids, who are known to copy everything they see.
Yeah, and the thing is, Rayman, like, I wouldn't even consider Rayman and Mario to be mascot rivals. To be honest, I don't really think Rayman back in his release really had a mascot rival. Like you know, like Mario had Sonic, Mega Man had Pac-Man, you know. Like Crash Bandicoot had like Mario, but like I honestly, to me, I really don't see like Rayman having a mascot rival with anybody else.
No, not really.
Like Mario was too popular to even be touched by Rayman. Rayman games were good, but they weren't like Mario good. You know, Sonic was too popular at the time to even touch for Rayman to touch him. Crash Bandicoot was popular at the time, but he just didn't like he but it wasn't enough for Rayman to catch up to Crash Bandicoot. And Mega Man was at the same level as Mario before Capcom decided to kill him off.
Exactly.
So I mean, Rayman has always been like a standalone mascot, in my opinion.
Just like Spyro and just like Crash, they were all standalones.
Yeah. Crash tried to be a Mario rival, but he failed.
He fell off right about the time that Crash of the Titans became a thing.
Mm-hmm. So Rayman was kind of like his own little thing, you know. So I can see a Mario Rayman crossover probably, but it would kind of be like how like a bigger mascot is trying to boost up a smaller mascot, and that's why the Rabbids made sense, because you know they're like the minions, but like for video games basically.
Although they came first.
Yeah, I think they were the inspiration for the cancerous minions.
Mm-hmm.
The word banana and fart jokes can only go so far.
Yeah, I take the Rabbids any day.
Yeah, and that's saying something. Moving right along to best family game, Super Mario Odyssey. It was
It's not even a family game. What is going on? When I heard that shit, I was like, what the fuck? Is that even a fucking family game?
I mean, it technically makes sense because it's more marketed at the E to E10 Plus. All of these games were marketed at like E to E10 Plus. Like, its competitors were mostly all other Nintendo games, but Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Sonic Mania, and Splatoon 2.
Hey, well, I have to give Sega credit though. I honestly wasn't expecting Sonic to be nominated for anything.
Well, we know damn good and well Sonic Forces wasn't going to get a nomination for jack shit.
I wasn't going to throw shade, David, but you did it for me.
I played the demo for 5 minutes and I turned it the fuck off. Sonic Mania is true Sonic. Sonic Forces is the trashy 3D bullshit. The reason Sonic Mania was so good is because it was developed by fans of the old Sonic games. And then Sega's like, yeah, we'll help you publish this. But I digress. Mario Odyssey, there wasn't a shadow of a doubt that this wasn't going to be the title that took it.
I honestly thought, what was the other one?
Splatoon 2, Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and Mario Kart 8.
I honestly thought either Mario Kart 8 or Splatoon 2 was going to win. I don't really see Mario as like a family game. It seems like
I don't either.
I feel like Odyssey was more because Miyamoto said that Mario Odyssey was for the hardcore fan.
Yeah,
it wasn't for like casuals. It was like hardcore Mario fan.
Yeah, I know, but it's
I didn't really,
every title on there was like E to E10 plus, so I mean it kind of made sense. And the minute you have a core Mario title versus anything, the core Mario title will always win.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! Except the last award. We'll get to that later.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that one when we get to anything related to that game. Best fighting game.
Okay, so this one actually surprised me. Actually, I wouldn't say it surprised me.
It more triggered me.
I wouldn't say it wouldn't trigger me either, because I like the game that won. Injustice 2 won, but it surprised me because I for a fact that Tekken 7 was going to win instantly.
Here's why it triggered me. The online portion is utter fucking garbage.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's fucking NetherRealm Studios, man.
And we've talked about this before on the podcast, how we despise their online system.
Yeah, their matchmaking system is fucking garbage, man.
I do not want to come in as a level 1 and fight somebody who can juggle me for the entire match and say, get good, scrub, or kill yourself in a message.
And some of these motherfuckers send you messages saying you're so fucking bad. Uninstall the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just bought the game. Pardon the fuck out of me for wanting to, improve my skills. I'll just go sit and practice for the rest of my fucking existence, you piece of shit.
That's the one reason why. I didn't like playing Mortal Kombat X online, because I was facing people who weren't even close to my skill level.
I was facing Yashas at level 1.
Yeah, facts.
For those who don't know, Yasha is our resident fighting game expert.
Yep. He's on hiatus when it comes to the group.
Well, yeah. Well, he's going through some personal shit right now, so...
Yeah.
I don't begrudge him that. I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck ARMS, of all games, got nominated. I mean, it's fun.
Oh, my God.
It's fun. I love it, but... Come on.
Because it's Nintendo, bro.
I mean, if you're judging me, I can just reach back here. Yeah, I own it. I own it. I love it. But it's not worthy of being up against, other games like...
Well, I mean, compared to titles like Injustice 2 or Tekken 7.
Yeah, it's It's like Smash Brothers going up against Titans.
It's and the and the weird thing about that is that I like I automatically I assume these thoughts like Tekken 7 was going because Tekken is one of the most popular fighting games in the world. It's like the One Piece of the fighting game industry. And Injustice 2, because I like Injustice 2 or Tekken, either or. But like I knew Injustice 2 was Tekken 7's biggest rivalry because despite their god awful matchmaking system, NetherRealm Studios does great fighting. Nobody denies them that.
Why the fuck are the turtles in there then?
Because,
for that matter, why the fuck is Noctis coming to Tekken 7?
See, because guest characters are becoming more popular now, and I mean it's a necessity. I mean, Noctis doesn't really fit in Tekken 7, but I mean the way
Noctis doesn't fit in a fucking fighting game, period.
No, I feel like he can be fit in one.
He could fit in Smash like Cloud, maybe, but that had me shaking my head for a full week straight. Like, why? Why is this happening? Why? Why?
He looks fun to play. I'm not going to deny that. And TMNT, they work because they've had a crossover with DC for a long time, and they're comic book characters.
I mean,
anyway,
DC, at one point in time, I do believe, was the publisher of the Turtles comics before they switched over to IDW as well.
Yeah, they did a Batman. They had like 3 Batman crossovers. TMNT does a lot of crossovers.
TMNT crossovers with everything, but I mean, I never in my life pictured them in Injustice. Then again, I didn't picture fucking Hellboy in Injustice. When that happened, and he still broke into this fucking day. But yeah. And the others were Nidhogg 2 and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Isn't that snake fighting game? I swear that game sounds familiar. I just don't remember.
I'll link you to a video.
I swear
after this. It's quite a unique game. It's quite unique.
To be to get nominated.
It's quite unique, but it's still an indie game going up against Titans. It's still no chance.
Oh yeah.
But to be nominated even should be an honor.
Yeah. Being nominated for anything. I am so happy that Marvel's Capcom Infinite did not win. If it won, I would call bias. I swear on my life, I would say Capcom rigged the fucking votes.
It's not like it's behind. It's not like they wouldn't rig the votes, man. I mean, it's Capcom.
Like I swear on my life, Capcom rigged the votes for last year. For Street Fighter V winning Best Fighting Game was complete BS. Saying how Killer Instinct Season 2, Season 3.
Yeah. Marvel vs. Capcom is hot garbage.
Infinite is. Let's just say that Capcom should have just, they should have done their history.
My biggest issues with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is why do the fucking Marvel characters look a million fucking times better than their own characters?
I know.
Chun-Li looks like a butterfaced whore you would find on 5th and Main. And fucking Gamora looks like something out of a fucking Brazzers movie. Compared to that.
What the hell, bro? Like, the Marvel girls look... Not even the Marvel characters look way better than the Capcom characters. It's like Capcom's literally sucking Marvel's dick. Or Disney's dick.
I think they blew them so they could get the game even made.
Yeah, I heard they lost the license. I don't know.
They lost a fuck ton of licenses.
Capcom by Nintendo already, to be honest.
But before we get demonetized and have this video shut down for calling Capcom's game complete and utter trash, let's move on.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get demonetized.
Based on our language alone, this is unmonetizable.
Fucking YouTube.
Okay, moving right along to the handheld game, and your best waifu, Samus.
Samus, bro. See, you already knew. like you already knew that every Nintendo game, like PS, we gonna see a PS Vita game on that shit. Come on now.
Did we get a Vita?
Nintendo shit. No, we did not.
What the fuck is Ever Oasis anyway? Like, I'd never even heard of it.
Best.
But, like, seriously, Metroid Samus Returns, when this was announced at E3 and it was coming out in, like, the next few months, I was like, holy shit, we not only have a traditional Metroid game, but we also have Fusion 4 coming. Or Metroid Prime 4, I mean. But, like, dude, the minute this was announced I'm like, if this doesn't win over, like, Monster Hunter, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. It was going up against Ever Oasis, Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia, Monster Hunter Stories, and Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World.
Honestly,
Samus, best girl.
Any one of those Nintendo games would have won, to be honest. But Samus Return, I feel like Samus needed that win. She's been, she's been going.
When was the last time we saw a Metroid game? Oh, right, that
Metro Federation Force.
That one that we don't talk about, and that other one we don't talk about.
And like, I don't know. I haven't played Yoshi's Holy World. I haven't played it. My 3DS stolen. I heard that a Yoshi game. I feel like I would have been happy if either Yoshi or Samus won. I'm happy Samus won, but Yoshi. I mean, come on, you can't hate Yoshi. Anybody who hates Yoshi,
you can't hate the Yoshi Master, but god damn, Samus needed a win.
Yeah, she did. I'm so happy, and I'm actually really. Wasn't a Fire Emblem game nominated?
Yeah, Shadows of Valentia.
Yeah, I was surprised that didn't win. That surprised me because Fire Emblem has been
riding that height to popularity, and that hand got a little too high. But it's been riding that peak.
Because it's funny because Fire Emblem wasn't even popular until Melee came out, and then Mars became popular, and then it got even more popular. Fire Emblem Awakening, and then we have Fire Emblem Fates, and now when something gets popular, Nintendo always has to milk it. Cough, cough, Splatoon. Cough, cough, Pikmin. So
we don't talk about the latest Pikmin either.
Pikmin 3. I heard it was really good though.
No, the 1, 2, 3 Pikmin that came out on the 3DS. We don't talk about that.
But I'm really surprised that the Fire Emblem game didn't win. That's saying Fire Emblem is a pretty good series, like, good storytelling, good action, all that stuff. But for Samus to outbeat a popular franchise right now, Fire Emblem right now, it's really good. That proves how much fans that Samus still has, and even more so now that Metroid Prime 4 is coming out, which is really good.
Well, we didn't really see much from it, if anything, other than Metroid Prime 4 logo and coming soon. We're like, okay, when soon? When soon? Me want it now. But yeah, it's really great seeing Samus win. She's definitely needed it, because the last 2 games have been unspeakable travesties to the franchise.
I mean, Metroid M wasn't that bad of a game. They just didn't like how they portrayed Samus. I will always defend that. The gameplay was great, but
the gameplay was great, but her portrayal was goddamn abysmal.
See, that's what I don't understand. The story, you don't always have to have a good story. Oh, that kills me. That kills me.
If you can't portray your character as much more than a victim and being completely fucking stereotypical, then don't make your fucking game.
Yeah, I heard they made her really, really bad. Like the badass Samus we knew, she was like
she was
weak. She was
a
like
stereotypical female victim.
Yeah,
and nothing beyond that. The entire game.
Oh man, I'm pretty sure that'd probably kill me.
It fucking. If I can side with Anita on anything, it was the portrayal of Samus in that game. Was a fucking disgrace to women characters everywhere. And that will be the only thing I ever agree with Anita on. And by that I mean Anita Sarkeesian.
Yeah, the one who basically says that all video games are
Yeah. But she was correct on that one. Anyway, best VR AR game.
Oh my god, Resident Evil 7, Biohazard.
Okay, I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. You can't deny that. Both myself and Ryan Gilbert are huge Resident Evil fans on this channel. The VR feature of this game was a fucking afterthought. It was not originally created as a VR game. It had a VR mode, but it wasn't only developed as a fucking VR game.
So you think that it shouldn't have won just because of that?
I've played this in VR and it's made me physically fucking sick. Because of the way the camera wobbles, the way just you feel like you're in that disgusting, filthy fucking house. And it's very well done. I'm not going to deny that. You feel like you're fucking there. And then you see the roaches and the disgusting molded food and all that, and you're just like, I gotta take the headset off before I puke in this thing.
It's what I feel. See, the thing is that Resident Evil 7 kind of just like gave me bad vibes anyway, because it was like I feel like Capcom needed that game to be popular so badly that they do anything, because that game doesn't even feel like a Resident Evil game at all.
I'm not that big of a fan of the first person, because I mean every other one's been third person, aside from the rail shooter ones technically, but I mean I both like and dislike Resident Evil 7. There's a lot that could have been done better, there's a lot that could have been done differently, and then there's a lot that was fucking perfect. I mean, the story was good, it was compelling, the characters felt at least real, but at the same time, the first person threw me off, and before they patched the camera wobble, it was unplayable to somebody with motion sickness issues. That should be your first priority, is to make the game comfortable for everybody to play in, especially if you have a VR AR mode.
Yeah.
You don't want somebody upchucking in a $300 plus up headset, you know? But it went up against Farpoint, which I haven't played, Lone Echo, which I don't personally own the PlayStation VR. I played this game of mine with my friend's headset. So I have not personally played any of the PlayStation exclusive VR games aside from this. But I have played Super Hot VR, but it was not with the PlayStation VR, it was with the Vive. And it was a freaking great game, and what turned me onto that game was Achievement Hunter. But what do you think, Thurman, on this one? Since neither of us technically own the PSVR.
See, I'm not really much of a fan of VR anyway, to be honest.
It's not something I would see myself using in the future, probably. But that's why I didn't care for this award too much. But if I was to give my honest opinion, I felt like the game that should have won is the game that we saw when me and you were ever rabbit sessioning.
That Super Hot.
Yeah, Super Hot. I think that should have won, because that looks like a really good.
It's a really, really unique game. I will give it that. I know one of our members, and Planet Unity has a PSVR, so he'd be able to give more input on those games specifically. But as somebody who's a Star Wars fan, I could give two fucks less about Star Trek Bridge Crew. I hear it's really good. You know, you feel like you're right there on the Enterprise, but it doesn't appeal to me. I'm not a big Star Trek fan. Farpoint does look good, so when I get the headset, I'll probably pick that up. But I'm definitely going to pick up Super Hot for it as well, because I love it on Vive.
Yeah, I feel like that should have won, probably.
Yeah, it's the most unique gaming experience you'll have in the VR right now, aside from like Surgeon Simulator and the Rick and Morty simulator. I'm triggered that wasn't nominated, damn it. Nothing else in the live chat. But we'll drop that one. We have a mobile game because you know that needs to be a category apparently. Monument Valley 2 went up against Fire Emblem Heroes, a game you and I both play or played at one point.
Yeah, I still have my account. I guess I want to try other mobile games. Like, you know, Puzzle Fighter came out from Capcom, so mobile.
And people were judging me about playing Gems of War.
Well, Puzzle Fighter's I got it because Puzzle Fighter is
it's Street Fighter.
It's nostalgic, and plus it has all Capcom characters in it, not just Street Fighter characters.
So I could be Frank West killing a zombie in that while playing Tetris, basically.
You're Frank. It's like not like Street Fighter, but you fight with puzzles.
Mm-hmm. I know I've played Puzzle Fighter before, back on like the. It was a Super Puzzle Fighter 2, I believe, on the Xbox 360. But yeah, I played that one, and it was fun, but I have like 500 megabytes left on this phone. I have barely enough to open my fucking gallery until my lease is up next month.
I literally have to. I have 3 games max on my phone, and I make the only thing. I'm at 22 gigabytes right now for storage, and my max is 30. And I'm making sure that I don't go amount. That's why. But the thing is that I have a lot of photos on my phone, so that's like where.
See, you guys, at least in the chat, know the story behind this phone. Our viewers don't. When I operated my IT business, I had all my incoming DMs that have an attachment save the image by default. And Messenger glitched out, so I'm unable to disable that fucking feature. So any hentai that Thurman sends through the chats, or anything that comes through, like any group chat or anything like that, will automatically save to my fucking phone. Because
oh my god, that sounds awful.
It is. So especially with the one group chat, I'm like, I have to manually delete some of those pictures that come through there. Because I don't want any of that crap on my phone. I don't want yaoi hentai on my phone. I'm not kink shaming those that are into yaoi, but I don't want it on my fucking phone.
He's not gay. Don't pull a Tumblr and try to shun him because he's not homosexual.
Yes.
Being straight, you're okay.
That being said, one night when you kept sending crap in there, I did send Hanzo Genji yaoi in the fucking chat just to piss you off.
Well, I was on my Shamus mode, okay?
I'm like, okay, two can play that game. I don't want to see 9 million pictures of Samus. Here you go. This will shut you up. And you finally stop sending it after that. And I'm like, and delete. Remove.
Saved all of it. All right. All the yaoi aside, let's get back to the game.
Yeah, Monument Valley 2, going against Fire Emblem Heroes, Hidden Folks, Old Man's Journey, and Super Mario Run. I tried Super Mario Run. I love Mario, but I couldn't get into an infinite runner of Mario. I'm sorry, Nintendo fans, but not for me.
I played it. It was alright. It wasn't anything revolutionary. It's like probably something that could pass the time.
Yeah, it was just basically a Mushroom Kingdom version of Temple Run.
Pretty much.
But yeah, Fire Emblem Heroes, download it, play it. It's great.
Yeah, really,
Monument Valley 2 was, from what I've watched of people that have like uploaded clips to YouTube, because that's how I base my votes. It looks really good. I played the original when I had an iPhone, so basically 2 years ago, because I'm going on 2 years without an iPhone because Apple sucks dick. Come at me. When they won't honor your Apple Care, you have every right to have that opinion.
See, I didn't. I haven't played mine. I'm surprised that so I'm assuming Monument Valley 2 must have been a really good game if it beat out Fire Emblem Heroes.
Yeah, it's pretty good. The first one was really great. It was more of an atmospheric, unique type game. It's really a hard game to describe. And number 2 looks even more out there and fucking beautiful. So, I mean, props to the team at US2 Games for creating an award winner now. But yeah, well,
you're an award winner now. Woohoo!
Not many mobile games can say that because they're not on every fucking ballot.
Yeah.
But we can move right along to, we got everything on this page of notes. Minus...
Great Impact Award. I can't say much about this award.
Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. And 1 Minute Thurman, because this game won multiple awards, so I'm going to name them all off. Best Audio Design. Best Performance. From... what I believe she said her title at the studio was like an audio or video editor. She had never voice acted before a day in her fucking life.
Yeah, that was the first ever actress job that she got.
So, Melina Juergens, congratulations.
Yeah.
And you won Games for Impact, and I cannot be salty here, even though I would have preferred like Life is Strange Before the Storm to have won.
Yeah, I already knew you were gonna. I had a feeling you were like flipping tables at your house.
No, I wasn't, because as somebody who struggles with mental illness and somebody who has played this game encapsulates that fucking beautifully. So
I had never played it. Is it a what genre is it?
It's sort of like it's like bleeding between action and like a mild RPG aspect. It's just fucking beautiful. The world itself speaks to you. And somebody who deals with that, it was so beautiful to see this win. So I can't be a salty asshole.
The main character is suffering through mental depression?
It's multiple forms of depression. I won't spoil it. It's like a $20 game. When you have money, Thurman, you need to play it on your PS4, man. It's fucking beautiful.
I got $20 now.
But do you have PlayStation Plus?
No, I do not. My PS4 is still where my PS4 is. Support our Patreon. I need $150.
You still got it on pawn?
Yes.
Oh, God damn, dude. The struggle is real.
$150, people. I need that money. Just gonna beg everybody for that money. Anyway, moving on.
Then the people are just clamoring to unsubscribe. You're not high enough up in the sub count to have a Patreon yet. Shame on you. But yeah,
Reddit's forbidden us for even thinking about creating a Patreon until we hit 100 subscribers.
Yeah,
So
I can see where that is. I can see where that's coming from. Then we have a consistent audience, at the very least.
My thoughts about this award is I'm really happy that they added Games for Impact Award, because it shows and it shows how well video games, because video games aren't really looked well upon in the industry in the entertainment industry, and this award just proves that games can tell a good story and connect with you on an emotional and physical level. And that's the main reason why I think the Game Awards is really cool for having a Games for Impact Awards, because I mean most of these games are really do speak with you on a certain level. So I'm really happy about that.
Mm-hmm. Bury Me My Love deals with loss. Night in the Woods I had never heard of before this, and I didn't check that one out beyond the demo, and it really didn't give me a whole lot of story on that. Please Knock on My Door, I could not find on any local market. It's probably out there if you know where to find it. Link it in the description. What Remains with Edith Finch is a fantastic game, touching on multiple aspects of life. Life is Strange Before the Storm focuses on the LGBT community and, you know, change in your family and all sorts of beautiful subjects, and it does it very well. And then Hellblade deals with the mental aspect of life so beautifully. So every one of these games truly deserves to be up here on a nominee basis, and congratulations to Ninja Theory for the multiple wins on this. In the audio design category, it went up against Destiny 2, which, as shitty as it is, it does have beautiful audio. Resident Evil 7, it went up against that. Super Mario Odyssey and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And in the best performance, it went up against Ashley Birch as Aloy and Aloy in Horizon Zero Dawn, Brian Bloom as BJ Blazkowicz, and Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus, Claudia Black as Chloe, and Laura Bailey as Nadine Ross, both from Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. So, congrats on your 3 wins, Ninja Theory. You fucking deserved it with this one.
Yep. So looks like you guys, looks like they did a good job on this one. It seems like the team who made this game was pretty small.
This was a skeleton team at its very core definition. So, the fact that it won not 1 but 3 awards proves that they sank every bit of love that they had for this game into it. So, again, congrats. We're going to move on to, I believe we touched on Cuphead. So,
yeah.
The last 2 games we have, one, I know a lot of people, where the hell is the edit? A lot of people believe this game is only famous for its porn. And that is Nier Automata.
Yes.
Good old 2 booty.
two boobies, actually. Real men like boobs, just saying.
You know, you gotta be a real dignified man to appreciate both the chest and the ass. And also the thighs.
Yeah.
Don't forget this android woman would literally crush every bone in your fucking body. So
yeah, having sex with her would be kind of hard.
It would be 1,000 Ways to Die's number, I believe it was 1,000, Death by Sex. But anyway, this won for Best Score in Music, beating out Cuphead, Destiny 2, Persona 5, Super Mario Odyssey, and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yes. I think, how many awards did it win? It just won 1 or 2?
This one won.
Oh, wow.
And I was shocked that it didn't win more, but,
yeah. Even Destiny 2, Destiny 2 won Best Score soundtrack.
It has a great soundtrack. It's just a shitty broken game.
I'm surprised Sonic Forces wasn't on there. Was the soundtrack trash too?
I don't know. I played 5 minutes of the demo. Each one of these following games were nominated for 6. That was Destiny 2, Horizon Zero Dawn, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Super Mario Odyssey. Before we move on past Nier Automata, we can't forget that the Industry Icon Award was Carol Shaw, one of the key members of Atari back in the day, and congratulations to her as well. Best Narrative was, I can't even find my edit for that one. Oh, that's right. All of it was fan art. That's why I didn't put it out there. Best Narrative was What Remains of Edith Finch, written by Ian Dallas. Beating out Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, Horizon Zero Dawn, Nier Automata, and Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus.
So I'm actually impressed that I actually won. I've never played that game before, but it actually beat out 3 tanks or titans. So
yeah,
it's an indie title, isn't it? So it must deserve that
indie
win.
title. So yeah.
So I mean,
congratulations.
That win.
That one blew me away. I thought, you know, Hellblade or Horizon would win. I'm shocked Horizon, as many nominations as it had, won absolutely nothing. And it was
a
fucking beautiful game. I'm still only about 75% done with it, including the DLC, and it's so beautiful. It deserved at least something, but I guess the next game, our final game that we're going to touch on for the Game Awards, just blew it out of the water.
Wait, before we begin, we didn't cover best esports game, which was Overwatch.
Oh yeah, we didn't cover. Well, we'll backtrack a minute. Overwatch won best esports and best ongoing.
Yeah,
esports
it beat out for best. Beat out League of Legends,
category.
Dota 2, Counter-Strike, and Rocket League. I'm pretty
Why
sure
the
a lot
fuck
of
is Rocket League even considered an esports game? I mean, come on. It's not an esports game.
I'm surprised that it beat out League of Legends and Dota 2.
Fuck MOBAs.
Has Dota 2 or League of Legends even won a best esports game last year?
I don't remember actually.
I
was just coming down from like moving at the time, so I was like, because I was barely unpacked when the Game Awards happened last year.
I think Rocket League won last year.
I'll have to look into that, and we can talk about that on another stream.
I don't think League of Legends or Dota 2 has won a single award.
Neither one deserves it for their communities alone. Then again, I could say the same exact thing for Overwatch. And best ongoing, Overwatch beat out Destiny 2, which I don't consider a game that's lost 75% of its player base in less than 3 months an ongoing game. Just saying.
I don't think it's ongoing. Was it just released like this year?
Yeah, it was just released like 3 months ago.
Then I want to see why it's ongoing game.
It also
still fairly new.
It also beat out Grand Theft Auto Online, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Rainbow Six Siege, which is fucking on like year 3, and I think GTA Online's on like year 4 or 5 at this point.
Yeah, GTA 5 was released when I was in high school.
Yeah, and Warframe 5, fucking good God, Warframe. I lost count of how many years it's been ongoing. That game never seems to die. But anyway, Overwatch, congratulations, you're still relevant. I still play you religiously, but we need to get on to the big one.
Game of the year.
I mean,
one that actually surprised me.
It didn't really surprise me, and that much. Simply because it's Zelda. 1 minute. Thurman, if you want to list off what it went up against for that category.
It went on Legend of Zelda won Game of the Year. It beat PlayerUnknown's Battleground, Sony 5, Zero Dawn, and Super Mario Odyssey. And if I'm being completely honest here, it surprised me. I thought Horizon Zero Dawn was going to win, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised Super Mario Odyssey was even nominated.
I mean, the game just came out, what, like 3 weeks before the Video Game Awards?
Oh, yeah. So I'm really... So it proves that Nintendo did their shit when it came to Mario Odyssey. Persona 5 also surprised me for being nominated for Game of the Year. I didn't see that coming at all.
PlayerUnknown's Battleground, we already discussed briefly that if you're still in development, you don't deserve to be up for Game of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
It also beat out Horizon. I think you were talking about that when I came back into the room.
Yeah, I said all that.
It also won for Best Game Direction, beating out Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, Horizon Zero Dawn, Super Mario Odyssey, Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus, and in the, I believe there was one more that it was up for, I gotta find it here, Best Action Adventure, beating out Assassin's Creed Origins, Horizon Zero Dawn, Super Mario Odyssey, and Uncharted Lost Legacy. Whew! Like,
So my thoughts on this is first and foremost, congratulations to Nintendo. It was their first game of the year win. I believe their last game that was nominated for Game of the Year was Super Mario Maker.
Which,
But that was beat
why?
Out. But that was beat out. But that
it's
was
not
beat
really a
out
game.
by,
It's a game-creating app, basically.
that was beat out by Witcher 3, I believe, for that year.
I believe so. Okay.
They didn't have anything nominated. They didn't even have anything nominated last year for Game of the Year.
But yeah, that's fucking phenomenal. Congrats to Nintendo. And we also had quite a few announcements too. Let me drop down the edit. Announced at the Game Awards. I'm going to rattle these off really quick because I gotta go take the dog out really quick. And then we'll have like a little intermission and see if anybody wants to hop in and join us for the PSX announcement. Accounting Plus, which is being made by a studio that was created by Justin Roiland and the people that helped develop the Rick and Morty Garage Simulator VR game. Also announced was Bayonetta 1 and 2 coming to the Switch, as well as Bayonetta 3.
Being in development.
Yeah, it's coming in 2018. Is it wrong to say I climaxed when I saw that?
I think every 15-year-old and above did.
I'm like, holy shit! There's a new fucking Bayonetta. Nobody saw that coming.
Yeah, neither did I. I honestly thought there wasn't going to be another one. I thought it was going to end at 2.
Yeah, I thought with how little number 2 sold compared to what they expected it to sell, I thought the franchise was done. And the fact that Nintendo cares so much about the franchise that they're helping publish number 3 as well, and it's going to be a Switch exclusive, and, you know, the internet just took that as like, you know, Platinum's abandoned everybody but, you know, the Nintendo, because Nintendo fucking published the game, suck a dick.
Yeah, it's a Sega game originally, right?
It was. And then Sega's like, it didn't sell for shit, fuck you.
Oh, so they sold the rights to it?
Yeah, they're like, you can take Platinum, you can take the rights to it, and be gone, thought.
Oh, yeah. Platinum Games is owned by Nintendo. Platinum Games
I believe technically Platinum is independent developer because they were developing the Scalebound game for Microsoft for the Xbox One until early this year, right before E3, and they're like, yeah, this ain't coming out.
Well, because they I know they did they did
a Metal Gear game as well, Rising Revengeance.
Because they did what's his name? They did, because I know they did the Mario and Luigi games, so that's why I was kind of like, aren't they owned by Nintendo and all that stuff?
Yeah, I don't know if they're just partners or what, but it's kind of hard to tell, but I think they're technically independent because they've been to multiple companies. They were working exclusively for Scalebound with Microsoft, and now they're working exclusively with Nintendo for Bayonetta 3. But we saw new footage from Death Stranding, and I still feel like I'm on an acid trip every time I see that game.
I don't even know what the type of... I didn't know the genre. I need to know what I need gameplay.
I need gameplay, and I need to know what fucking genre this is, because it's looking like a goddamn Telltale game on crack. I know everything's like, you know, in-engine footage and everything. I trust Kojima 100%, but give us something besides these, like, drug-induced trips of fucking trailers.
Yeah.
It's... The baby creeps me the fuck out.
The baby's kind of like symbolism.
And you know, the day after that, it was photoshopped in every conceivable scenario. Including tags that shall not be named in this stream.
I would say the trailer that we got at the Game Awards looked very interesting. I think it might be a shooter, maybe.
It's it's going to have some shooting aspect. It's going to have some exploration aspect, we know, just judging off of the trailer footage at least. But it's got like a horror aspect. I can't. Kojima, you're blue balls in us.
Yeah, he is. Oh my god, my wallet is going to be so empty, like it already is. I'm saying, like, even for as a fighting game fan, I haven't even bought Tekken 7 yet, Justice 2 yet. I'm saving up for Dragon Ball Fighters. That's the first fighting game I'm gonna get once I get money next month, and then I'm gonna get Injustice 2 and Tekken 7, Gucci and all them.
Yeah, just wait on Injustice 2 because you know goddamn good and well they're gonna have some bundle edition.
Yeah, it's already out. The Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, I have the Ultimate Edition, but I'm sure there'll be another, like, if you didn't order the Ultimate Edition at pre-order, here's, like, our Super Deluxe, you know, XL, whatever, bullshit edition that,
That's honestly what I'm waiting for to be.
You know, Ed Boon's notorious for that. We won't do a couple editions. Just kidding, we did.
And what did I say about Street Fighter 5? Didn't I... Uncle Yasha was like, oh no, Capcom said they were done with that, their extra stuff.
Well, what is it, the arcade edition this time? This is the second edition?
Street Fighter 5 arcade edition.
They skipped the Super and went right to the fucking arcade edition. That's a good sign, at least. They got that one in the middle out of the way real quick.
Yep, pretty much.
We also saw new footage from the new Media Molecule game Dreams, which it's a Media Molecule game. They're all the same. They're all play, create, share. This one you can create entire games within a game, so it's kind of like an Inception. Fade to Silence, I missed the trailer for that one. Did you see that?
Sackboy game. What's up?
Nothing in the live chat.
What's up?
Did you see the trailer for this Fade to Silence game that was announced?
Yes, I did. I need to remember the gameplay though.
A lot of the games that were shown were pretty.
They were really short snippets this time because they kept running out of time.
Yeah, I would say if we're gonna do our top 3 world premieres, I would say number 1 would be the game where you have like a team of 4 people.
That GTFO game?
Yeah, GTFO, that looks really good. That seems like something we could stream on the channel even.
Really, oh yeah, I've got my eye on the webpage for when it goes live for pre-order because I'm pre-ordering a copy for the channel and I'm pre-ordering a copy for myself.
That looks really good. Number 2 would be Death Stranding. I think Death Stranding looks very good, but just needs to hurry its ass up. Number 3 would be Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah. We also have a 50-on-50 mode from Fortnite coming. I think it's live, but it's not live because they took the servers down today for maintenance. And GTFO, yeah, that's definitely my number 1 for this announcements for this anyway. Because I love Payday. Did they get a little shady in the second game? Kinda. But that was more the publisher's choice, not their choice, and that's why they bought the IP back and re-released it with everything included as a fuck you to the studio that published them. One thing that will never be on the channel is the Campo Santos game that was announced that I'm not even going to glorify with a name because hashtag context matters.
One game that the guy who was saying fuck you to the Oscars, his game looks really good.
Oh, Way Out, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be a co-op stream, definitely.
Yeah, that looks like something really good. It looks really well done. It looks like just like GTA meets something.
It's like GTA meets his previous game, Brothers, Two Sons or whatever. It was.
Yeah, that looked good.
It was a freebie on PS Plus.
Yeah.
I'd have to say I'm also really hyped for Metro Exodus because an open world Metro game just looks really fucking intriguing to me. I loved Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light, and I know our former channel member Alberto was the one that got me rehooked on it. He's like, you need to play this for your 52 game challenge. I'm like, okay. I went out and bought the double pack, and I got rehooked on it.
I'm a hook.
It's a really addictive game because it's like a Fallout meets old school Resident Evil feel. So that in an open world environment will just take the fucking terror to another level. So that'll definitely be featured on the channel as well in the future. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds will be leaving early access very soon, we've heard, and the Desert Map launches, I believe it was the 20th on Steam, early access, and then later in 2018 on Xbox One, and at least on my end, I have a copy of the Xbox One edition pre-ordered. I pre-ordered that Thursday, so there'll be some of that. I believe Chris was talking about getting it as well. So it'll probably be myself and Chris playing some PUBG, hopefully getting some wins, and then more of us joining as we get it. What do you think of Sea of Thieves, Thurman? Do you think Rare can ever redeem themselves for the bullshit they pulled with the Kinect?
Yeah, I think so. Sea of Thieves looks like it's going to be really good. As long as it just as long as it like keeps its promises on what it says it's going to bring, I feel like it's gonna be good. But as long as Microsoft doesn't try to fuck it up, I feel like Sea of Thieves has potential to be really good. To be honest,
it looks good. My only complaint is it's only co-op, and you know when you have an only co-op game, you're going to have that asshole teammate that's going to try to team kill.
Yeah, it's going to be like a Titanfall mistake.
Yeah, oh shit, my bad, my bad. And then instantly fucking up another teammate, and instantly fucking up another teammate. That's been my issue with only co-op games in the past. I mean, I've been playing Dead by Daylight, trying to get some footage for that that's usable for the channel. And I've had nothing but asshole teammates. That's why I put up a post in Planet Unity saying, yeah, if you want to play Dead by Daylight with us and be featured in a series, let me know. And I put my gamer tag in there. So if any of our viewers want to play Dead by Daylight with me and a few of the others from the group, add Dante Lee. And you'll be featured in the channel. And then you'll get credit. And like an edit, your gamer tag will be up here. Like, all credit goes to these players and as we play through. Almost like Achievement Hunter style, because I can't handle shitty teammates in that kind of game.
Yeah, I think so.
And then Soul Calibur 6. How hyped were you on a scale of 1 to premature ejaculation?
Man, just off scale. Oh.
When I saw that, I screamed so loud that my neighbor knocked on the door and said, "Shut the fuck up, I'm trying to sleep."
Welcome back.
I'm like, I'm sorry, but they just announced Soul Calibur 6. Get the fuck away from my door.
I'm gonna put that on my resume. Welcome back to the stage of history. Oh man, I've been so. You see, we've been waiting for a Soul Calibur game. Soul Calibur 6 for a while, and
it's been 5 years, 5 long years since a main entry, and we finally got one.
We finally got one. This is great.
The community does not talk about the shitty free-to-play game. We don't. It never existed to us. But yeah, and we also have A Way Out, Vacation Simulator, Witchfire, which looks really good, and World War Z. And this one has me scratching my head like, why? Why? Why are we doing World War Z 5 years past its meme-hood?
Oh my god. Oh my. The World War Z game.
Nobody wants to see Brad Pitt in a fucking video game. I'm sorry.
Bruh, when I first saw that, I was like, what the hell? Like, oh my
I mean,
Lord.
it looks like a fucking game from 2013.
Oh my god. It's
You know, I might buy it just to make a video of shitting on it.
You remember Battle LA? Remember Battle LA, the movie?
Yep.
And they made a game about it. I remember. Oh my god! I played that game for like 10 minutes and I deleted it.
I did the same thing. I did the same thing with the Rambo game too. I'm a Rambo fan, but it was abysmal. There's no other way around it. And I heard my dad come in so he can take the dog out. And we can just get right along with the PSX stuff.
Yep. So intermission, how long?
If you want to tag some people, I'm going to put up like an intermission slide really quick. I'm going to grab me something to drink. In about 15 minutes, we'll be back.
Alright, just tag me. I'm about to go and see what my sister is up to.
Alrighty. So, viewers, we will be right back.
We'll be right back. Quick intermission.
I thought I had a intermission slide on here pre-made.
You do all that while I go BRB.
Alrighty. We'll just use this. Remove all this.
Hello?
Hey, Thurman.
How you doing?
Alrighty.
My
I just used
sister, brother,
my
was
latest
over.
commission from Utena for a intermission picture.
I'll get mine once I get some cash.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm kind of fucked.
Alright. So, PSX has been the last 3 days. Right now, if you're on anywhere near Twitch, go hop in and you can see the Street Fighter V tournament. Apparently, Eli just posted in our group that it's live right now. I had no idea that was even a thing at PSX. So,
Yeah,
awesome. That's great for those who care about, Street Fighter V. Those of us who don't really care for it could give a shit less. But we had a lot of shit unveiled at PSX, and we felt it would be kind of shitty not to at least discuss a couple of these. One of them I did not see coming, and that was a Last Guardian VR game.
Oh, man.
I know they are trying hard to sell, the VR. And this is just like a free game that you can like experience and talk to Trico, or however you say his freaking name, the bird dog thing. There's like some undiscernible species. I love the studio behind it, but goddamn, why make a VR game?
I heard the game itself is really good, but the VR game seems like it's kind of too much, to be honest. I think the VR, they're trying too hard just to make it popular. So any new game that's come out right now, they're making a VR. Like, I'm surprised there's not a Final Fantasy 15 VR game out right now.
There is a fishing VR game for Final Fantasy 15.
Oh God.
Yep.
Oh.
I mean, there's a special mission for Battlefront 1 for VR as part of a free update. There was a free mission that you could fly inside of some jet in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, the one that everybody hated, but had to buy to get Modern Warfare Remastered. And then they decided, yeah, you know what, our sales were shit, we're just going to release Modern Warfare Remastered separately. And I'm just like, yay, I'm glad I didn't buy the trash game. But yeah, the VR push is very noticeable. I'm not against it. I love VR, but you don't need to make a VR level or game for every game you release.
Yeah.
Make a unique experience for everything. That's why I was kind of shocked by the amount of remasters we got, but at the same time I wasn't kind of shocked because, you know, Nintendo's doing it, so Sony has to do it. I love Sony, but goddamn, they are known to copy Nintendo.
All the time.
There's a meme somewhere on the internet of every innovation that Nintendo's done that Sony's copied. But I have, what I was doing while I was away is I was printing off a couple of the reveals that I compiled. Because some of us still use printers instead of looking at our phones. I already fit the stereotypical millennial too well, so I'm using some paper for once. And that's an excuse to use the last of the ink in the printer too, so I can replace it. Patapon 2 Remastered.
Oh, I need to see a trailer for it right now.
There is one linked in the article I sent you, I believe.
Oh.
It's right there in YouTube, Twitch, general discussion. But yeah, so this, according to this article that I found, I compiled, you know, key pieces from, it's linked in the description of this live stream, and it's updated constantly. They're missing a couple things from the night one, but yeah. It's Patapon 2 in 4K.
Oh, man, you have no idea how much I love Patapon PSP. It was so much fun.
I know, right?
Best rhythm game ever.
And you can create your own Patapon hero now in this one.
Oh.
So.
Oh, Sony. Oh, I'm coming. Oh, God. Oh, I think I'm having an orgasm right now.
Okay, and the next one on here is something I never heard of, and it sounds just ridiculous. It's called Shooty Fruity. It sounds like either a weed strain or a fucking soda.
I know. What?
It's a manic mashup of immersive job simulation and gunplay. That description leaves a little bit to be desired. Are you shooting up your workplace in this? Think about how you word it before you publish the article, is all I'm saying. Scan a serve and pack produce while shooting guns to defend your store from a mutant fruit uprising. You kind of redeemed yourself online, too. Pre-order or purchase early for exclusive juicy content. Now you sound like you're selling me some sort of sex tape. I might be trying too hard, but PlayStation Blog has always been notorious for bad descriptions. And then there's 20XX, which...
I'm looking at the trailer for this right now.
It's a indie roguelike platformer. Sounds interesting.
Oh, this looks really good.
I know. I watched the trailers for a couple of these. It's one of the better ones they announced, actually. I love indies. I love roguelikes. I love platformers. So it's like, okay.
It's a very, very Mega Man-like.
That was first thing I noticed when I saw the trailer. I'm like, holy shit. This is better than
Like
Mighty
the
Number 9.
music, yeah, like the music, like the gameplay, all looks very Mega Man. Like Mega Man, it's inspired. It's what Mighty Number 9 should have been.
Yeah. Now it's just sitting on the shelves of Dollar. I think it was like Family Dollar. One of our members posted up a picture that they found it there. $5. Just get it out of our fucking inventory. Go on, take it. Take it.
I might buy my Number 9 just to complain about it.
That's about all you'll get out of it, trust me. That's coming from a backer, by the way. Children of Morta. Become a member of the Bergson family as you hack and slash your way through hordes of enemies in this procedurally generated, narrative-driven roguelike, either alone or cooperatively. Experience not only what it means to be a hero, but to be a part of the family. Have you seen the trailer to this one, Thurman?
No, I'm looking at it right now. Let me see.
I'm not a fan of procedurally generated every time. It creates a unique experience every time. I get that. I really do. But not every game has to have that technology.
They're trying to hoe us into all that stuff. Like
yeah.
It's like trying to get a kid to buy a new candy out.
Yeah. My worst experience with this was Binding of Isaac. I can remember the. No, I can't. Wait. Where was? Fuck! And then Chris just walking in circles around me like, ah, da 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 da. Oh yeah, I got this power up. Oh, I got this power up. Ah, I beaten the boss. Oh, just want to smash him upside the head. He was just making me look like trash. I'm looking at seeing how he's so much better than me at that game. Made me kind of jealous.
The indie.
Almost everything that's announced on this list is indie related. So I'm going to get to the main course of it before we go further on the list, and that was Medieval.
I'm gonna get the Children of Morta.
Yeah. I'm going to talk a little bit about Medieval. The last time we saw Sir Daniel was that god awful Smash Brothers ripoff.
Wrong. It wasn't Smash Bros. Ripoff.
It was a shameless ripoff. The only thing different was you had the different power levels. That was it. And you get that, and you need no skill to win whatsoever. But that was the last time we saw Sir Daniel. Aside from
hold on, I'll be right back, David.
All right. Aside from like a that move game. So seeing a new Medieval being out, it's not technically new, it's a remaster of the first one, but still it's new to those who have only seen him in those two iterations. Seeing it remastered in 4K and hopefully, 60 frames per second at the very least. It would be really great to see that. And let's check the live chat. Hey, JD Punk. Yes, Sony and the remasters. Sony copies the ideas we want, the idea of exclusive characters and the racing handheld. Yeah. Not only that, they've copied quite a bit more than that, but we'll leave it at that a little bit. Those Japanese English translator phone. Yes. Yes, we know. And speaking of the new Mega Man game. Yeah, that is good. Yeah, Medieval will be one of my big, at least one of my big Sony purchases because it's been so long since I played it. And yeah, the graphics, I don't think they would have wanted to just port over like a PS1 game. So yeah, it's good to see it on a new console, and advanced graphics and all that. Just gonna wait for Thurman to get back.
I'm back.
All right.
Yeah, I'm back. I had to get my charger for my phone.
Okay.
All right, so Sir Daniel, ooh, he's back, baby.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so good to see him back.
And let me see. We skipped a lot of the indie stuff, huh? So we gotta scroll all the way down.
I don't think Medieval was even on this.
Melee 2.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Gungrave VR, Horizon Chase Turbo, Hover.
I don't think it was
Knockout
on this.
League, Moonlighter, Mother Gunship. Oh, another bullet hell.
Yeah, it's not on this list. It was announced on day 1.
Okay, so Omen of Sorrows. This game. Can we discuss this for a minute?
Yeah, that was the next one. I was like, okay, we need to talk about this one at the very least because we're approaching roughly the 2-hour mark.
So it seems like another fighting game coming out. See, I looked up a video, top 15 fighting games coming out in 2018, and this was in one of those videos. I had no idea where it came from, but
this was just announced, so
yeah, this reminds me of Killer Instinct. The game is fairly similar.
That's what it looked like to me when I first saw it, and I don't know how to feel about that. I really don't.
It's like Killer Instinct without the ultra ammo. From the gameplay that I saw, it doesn't really look that bad. It looks like a mobile game from the photo that's looking. To be honest, it doesn't look that bad. It looks like it kind of reminds me of how what's that ARMS is gonna be, because ARMS, people without ARMS was gonna be very popular, but it got popular, but it was just like for casual. I feel like this game is gonna be for casual. I don't think it's gonna be like esports worthy, like how Street Fighter V or BlazBlue stuff like that is. But I'm gonna put faith in this game because I'm one of the I'm like me and you are like one of the FGC communities that actually give fighting games a chance and don't just shit on it.
Yeah,
Herder looks like Mortal Kombat. Her must be a copy trash, but this doesn't look that bad. But the first thing that it reminded me of was Killer Instinct, like not Mortal Kombat, but Killer Instinct. Like what the gameplay looked like a legit Killer Instinct. I wouldn't say clone, but looks like a predecessor to it. You know,
it wouldn't technically be predecessor. It would be more like, I don't know if you would say a successor either, but it's like one of those in-between games that, like, it's trying to copy a lot of the ideas behind Killer Instinct, but at the same time, it's... I mean, Unreal Engine's fucking phenomenal for starting out developers. I've never heard of A1 Games before this, so I don't know if they're like a new indie studio or what, but...
Probably...
You know, I'm hoping I'm hoping it does well.
Yeah, so do I.
But you can only do so much with the Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
As seen in as at least like a small studio. If you're like, you know, the Coalition who does Gears of War now, you can do fucking phenomenal with it. But when you have a small team, you can only do so much. I mean, I could only go so far with the Unreal Engine in my programming classes. So, I'm interested to see what they do.
And the one thing that already kind of turned me off towards this game is combos look like they do heavy. Like from the gameplay I saw, like one combo took down your health to like half health. I feel like they're gonna have to, because apparently the demo is out already. But if I had my PS4, I'd be able to play it. But from the gameplay that I've seen, looks like damage is going to be heavy. Seems like there's no damage. What's the word? Damage. Like not multiplier, but like damage restriction or whatever. It feels like damage is too big right now from what I've seen. So that I feel like that's going to be one of the biggest issues is, especially if there's super moves in this. I feel like the super moves are going to take you down to like a quarter health in an instant, and that's the one thing I'm scared about with this game. With indie fighting games is that indie fighting games don't really know how to like, because when it comes to like games like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, all that stuff, you don't die fairly fast unless you're trash. Like,
some of us, or unless you're going up against a pro in at least the Mortal Kombat aspect.
Yeah, one Hadouken isn't gonna take you down to like half health. Like it's still gonna take you fairly while to get somebody down to health. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like the handicap is pretty even from the damage output for the character. But for this game, it doesn't look like that. It looks like one combo would take you down. It feels like one hit takes down like at least like 20% of the health each.
It's like almost an early Guilty Gear.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, Guilty Gear back in the PS2 days. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I remember those days, and I was immediately turned off to Guilty Gear for a while until they got at least their damage system down fairly well.
Damage thing is pretty good now in Guilty Gear, especially with the special abilities. Because some specials don't even kill, even though you're low health. But that's the only thing I would say is my issue with this game. I feel like the damage is going to be very unbalanced in this game.
Yep.
And I hope that's not the case. But from the gameplay that I saw, it looks like it's going to be a humongous issue that they might have to patch when the game gets released, or hopefully if they're a smart company, they'll patch it before it even gets released.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm assuming it's in like a beta phase right now, or maybe even an alpha phase.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's going to be too bad if the studio's at least smart with that.
Yeah.
But graphically, it looks fucking beautiful.
Oh hell yeah! Graphically, it looks amazing. It looks like it's gonna be a fun casual game to play with friends. I'm not even gonna lie. The game looks pretty fun. I'd most likely buy it. My issue is I don't want to deal with that awful unbalanced damage multipliers. That's the one thing a part of the FGC that I just hate is just fighting games that where 2 or 3 combos take you down instantly, and that just irritates me.
Oh yeah, and there have been cases of that, as stated. So hopefully the studio does really, really well with this, because I want them to succeed. Yeah. If this game has as good a story as, like at least Mortal Kombat, or even loose lore like fucking Killer Instinct, I mean, it could be really good.
Yeah. I'll give it a shot, most definitely.
It better not be a $60 release though.
Oh.
That's one thing I will say. But speaking of fighting games, it's been announced that BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle will be in North America in 2018.
Yes. I don't know why the fuck they would re-release a trailer that basically all of this is replaces the characters that they used. It's fucking retarded.
Yep. Rick and Morty's Virtual Reality is coming to PlayStation VR in 2018 as well.
I did not see that.
That one is. I'll send that to you or I'll send it to the Ragtag Group of Fucktards chat.
Yeah. Seems like a lot of VR. Seems like a lot of VR games coming out.
Yep. And like we stated earlier, in day one of PSX, they announced that God of War for the PS4 will take 25 to 35 hours to complete. No, don't load that fucking thing. And that was the rest of the day one shit, aside from the medieval being announced. So we can continue with the list we have here. Because, they kind of bullied out of one of the producers that they are working on allowing people to change their PSN names. Which, thank God for people that have cringy PSN names like me. My PSN name is Yo666DB. It has been that since I first had a PS4. Or, actually, technically, since I first had a PS3. Back when they were like almost the big fat brick ones that had like backwards compatibility. That's how old.
God damn it, David.
I don't know why I've named myself that. I know there was a. Yes, JD Punk. I see you in live chat. Yes, I think that's what I was going for, but at the same time, I was a dumbass and.
Oh, we got people in the live chat now.
JD Punk is.
Only one, but
at least we have our mod in there.
Yeah, Nostalgia Kid 3. So I guess, yeah, my names are very unique. But hey, I mean.
Well, mine's unique, all right. It's a unique pile of cringe. But yeah, Fantasy Strike is another one.
It's one of those things. One of those things about it is when it comes to all this VR stuff and all the other stuff, like I really don't know if Sony, I feel like Sony's trying too hard to get their Oculus out there.
Yeah,
and
I feel like every studio is trying to push this VR technology. It's not just Sony that's got this immense push. It's like the Steam VR peripherals, like the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift, and even the fucking Samsung VR. There's a big push for the VR technology. While that's great, it's still not technically affordable to everybody.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you need to worry about other things when it comes to
it's
because most people it's one of those things where we humans are hard to change. I feel like VR is going to get very popular in the future, but right now they're trying too hard to get something popular that I think to just let it grow on people itself instead of like forcing it down your throat. Because like we said before with the Game Awards, is that they're trying too hard to every new release that comes out, there's like a VR version of that release, you know? And it's like you gotta realize that you have to realize that you can't just make VR.
You can't force a technology to happen. Or it will suffer the same fate as like 3D TVs.
Oh yes. I feel like they're gonna take too long to realize this,
and it's going to eventually die off.
And that's the main thing. And that's the main thing is because they're putting a lot of money into all this stuff, you know. And I'm just like, okay, VR. Like there are some VR games I could consider playing. You know, to me personally, I feel like VR is more of like a family friend togetherness thing. You know. To me, because remember the game Super Hot. Super Hot is a game I would play with you, Red, Chris, and Noble, and all that. That's a game I could see us having a blast, laughing. You know, this happened, stuff like that. But that's not. I can't see. That's not a game I would say I would play by myself. You know.
No, it really isn't. That's why Achievement Hunter has this series called VR the Champions, where they all take turns playing a game and basically trying to beat the level or the game itself, because a lot of VR games are very, very fucking short. Or like the levels themselves are like 10-20 minutes long, and they can like, oh well, we can make an episode out of this, we can make an episode out of this. Like something like that I could see it being utilized for. But I can't see, you know, the average gamer going in, at least currently, going in, strapping on the headset, sitting there, SAO style, kicking back, and immersing themselves. While I fucking love, like, an MMO, you would never see me again if there was an MMO for a fucking VR headset. Trust me, I'd be gone.
And the funny thing is, too, like, you're right, like, I mean, right now, what they're trying to do, they're trying to make it the next, like, revolutionary thing. Because you know the PlayStation was revolutionary because of CD disc. You know, they're trying to make it revolutionary and all that, but I'm like, you can't really make it revolutionary right now because you're going about it all wrong. Right now, the only thing that like people really care for when it comes to VR right now is basically playing with your friends. Like that's literally the only reason why I would ever like play VR if I was playing with friends.
Exactly.
Because
JD Punk has a great idea here. Pokemon Open World VR. Good God. Yeah, that would be fucking crazy.
That'd be fun to. That'd be actually kind of fun to do.
That would. I know Microsoft's VR. They're working on a Yu-Gi-Oh version of it. Like.
Yeah, I heard they're doing a Yu-Gi-Oh version of it.
Like that would be something I would even see putting up on the channel in the future if we ever got HoloLenses, but good God, they're like $1,200. That's a long time from now. But back onto like the while we're on the VR subject, Gungrave VR. We have Gungrave is coming alive from the dead after 13 years. In PSVR, we introduced a new system cooling and bullet time. It's a full break gun action, which received high evaluation at the time. The freshness of action, make your brain work for the strategic battle. Okay, I have a little bit of a history with the Gungrave franchise. Specifically, there was one game on the PS2. I forget the subtitle of it, but it was so fast-paced, and the lights actually flashed so fast that it actually put me into a seizure. I hope they've fixed that, at least at this point, to the where that...
Released.
Yeah, if you're going to put a game in VR that's been known to... And I'm not the only one that had that issue with the PS2 game. It was a known issue that the lights were too fast, and it would put people into a seizure. So, and obviously... Yes, a seizure.
That was the game that you were talking about beforehand. That was like an elevator scene that gave you a seizure. Is that the game you were talking about?
No, this was another one. That one was a Silent Hill game. This one was the first one that actually gave me that effect, and I don't know if it was the medication I was taking at the time that helped bring that along, but I know they started not long after that game putting in like a disclaimer about seizures in video games. And
oh yeah, it must have been huge then.
Yeah, so I hope if they're going to do a VR version of this that they've at least stopped that.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have to if they want to save themselves from getting sued.
Exactly, because I can't picture a VR seizure. I do not want to picture a VR seizure.
That'd be the most uncomfortable situation in the world.
With that headset on and everything, yeah.
I would literally, I'd at least want a friend there with me to help me out. I swear that'd be so uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Which is why they'll most likely fix that issue if that was such a big issue for them. Yeah, they're gonna have to be honest.
Yeah, they will. And then the other one that caused it was the Silent Hill. I believe it was Homecoming. It was the 361. But yeah, it was an elevator scene, and all I know is I woke up 3 hours later at a "You Are Dead" screen. It was. I'm like, okay, I can't play this game, at least not currently. Great, return it to Family Video, as that was when I was renting games. But yeah, moving along.
Moving along to our next game title thing.
Let's see. Are there any more VR games? Don't think so. Oh, yep. Here's one. The Persistence, and it looks like a horror game. Procedurally generated horrors of the Persistence are coming to PlayStation VR in July of 2018.
Oh God. That first comment usually listed.
I almost feel like the fucking PlayStation blog should have listed this as like top VR games coming in 2018 at this point. Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's another VR game, and it's procedurally generated, and it's horror-based. So, yeah, have fun with that. And now, we have another game from the people that made Stick It to the Man called Flipping Death. I mean, Stick It to the Man was a little bit of a quirky freebie that we got.
Stick it to the man.
Did you play that on PlayStation Plus when you had it?
No.
it was bizarre as fuck. That was.
There's actually a game that I have on my Xbox One actually that I bought for that was free for the month.
Yeah, it's quite bizarre. It's cool, but it's bizarre, so I'm quite intrigued by this. All they have is a thumbnail. There's no video link that I know of on this article. But yeah, it's coming in spring of 2018. This is another one here called Fantasy Strike. That's from one of the former Street Fighter developers.
Oh, so it's gonna be a fighting game or a different genre?
The description is as follows. And I'm going to probably mispronounce this character's name. Argarog, the Water Shaman, joins a diverse cast of Fantasy Strike at PSX alongside Gambling Panda, a wise master who transforms into a massive dragon, a quirky painter girl, and others in this vibrant and colorful fighting game. Well, designed by ex-Street Fighter developer David Sirlin. Okay, so it is a fighting game.
Oh, well, so it is a fighting game, right?
Yeah, it's a Fantasy Strike. You have the article up on your phone, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna see if I can find it. So I'm gonna see. Is there a gameplay trailer for it?
Yep, there's one linked. Guacamelee 2. I love the original game.
I saw that Guacamelee.
We're excited to show a playable demo of Guacamelee 2 for the first time at PSX. Play 4-player co-op as Juan, Tostada, X Tabi, and Yue Shivo. Meet the Chicken Illuminati. And unlock cool new chicken abilities. Confront El Muñeco in an epic boss battle. Hope you can stop by. I wish I was at PSX, but I'm not. I'm sitting in my shitty apartment.
So do I. So do I.
You're not far from it either.
Oh, is it in Las Vegas?
No, well, I should say you weren't far from it. It's, I believe, in Anaheim.
Wow.
Horizon Chase Turbos, arcade racing, inspired by Outrun, Top Gear, Lotus Turbo Challenge, and a whole generation of super fun, straight-to-the-point racing games. Cool. Did the world need another racing game, though?
No, not at all.
Now, this one's got me in... This one has me intrigued, and anybody who loves parkour will like the sound of this one. This one's called Hover. And the description is, experience the thrills of a fast-paced single and multiplayer parkour game. Join the rebellion and deride the security forces of an anti-leisure tyranny. Rise up to the many challenges of futuristic open world, enhance your gear, and perform incredible tricks and combos. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
A parkour game. I'm curious if it'll be more of a, like, Mirror's Edge, or if it'll be something like, almost like fucking Speedrunners. I hope it's not like Speedrunners, because I wasn't a fan of that. The other reason I know Speedrunners is because it was free with Xbox Live's Games with Gold. I'm going to actually scroll down and okay, it looks like an anime-ish fucking version of Mirror's Edge, kinda.
Doesn't Mirror Edge always look... Well, Mirror's look kind of punk, actually.
Yeah, this one's more of like a neon punk than a punk. But anyway.
More anime. More weeb.
Knockout League. This is another VR game. Train with a speed bag, step up your skills with the focus minutes, or see how long you can survive in Reflex Alley. Fight your way through 9 crazy characters to become the Knockout League champion.
Yeah, I saw that. Time to stop.
Yes, pop up a Filthy Frank meme. I don't want to actually do that, though. Because I'm not sure how that would work on a live edit.
Time to stop.
But anyway, you get the point.
I do.
It's, like, fucking... They're trying to do Ready to Rumble meets, like, fucking that shitty-ass boxing game that was on, the Wii.
Me Punch Out or some shit like that.
Yeah, it wasn't like the Punch Out one. It was another one that was like a Don King's Boxing. It was really, really clunky action. It was Don King's Boxing and only the name itself. Moonlighter. This one sounds intriguing to me.
Moonlighter.
It's a action RPG with roguelite elements that demonstrate it's the two sides of the coin, revealing everyday routines of Will, an adventurous shopkeeper that secretly dreams of becoming a hero. Coming to PS4 in 2018 and Q1 as well, because they have that on the thumbnail here, which didn't print off for some fucking reason.
Somehow, some way that happened.
Maybe I ran out of color ink.
Who knows?
Anyway, Mother Gunship, another bullet hell. We don't care.
I like bullet hells. Although I feel like people think that Toho kind of like took over the bullet hell scene, which I disagree with. But
the reason I say we don't care on this one is Mother Gunship is a bullet hell FPS where you can craft gun monstrosities that no reasonable person could ever lift, fight gigantic bosses, and play together with your friends and defeat robotic armada that conquered the Earth. They're trying way too hard.
Another Galaga?
It's like Galaga on drugs.
Galaga. Church... I like Galaga.
Yeah. The Church in the Darkness. What happened, Alex? To find out, travel to South America and infiltrate the Collective Justice Mission, the Secretive Cult.
Is that another VR? Is that another VR? Or
no. This one, shockingly, is not VR. Find the answers in one of the many ways the story can play out in the Church of the Darkness, coming to the PS4 in 2018. So, religious cult, cool.
Religious cult. Okay, so we're gonna be okay. Let's see how many Christians we can.
Let's see how many right wingers we can trigger.
That's basically what this game is.
Exactly. Yeah. The Forest from N-Night Games. We are extremely excited to bring The Forest to PlayStation platform in 2018. Craft weapons from sticks and stones, chop down trees to make a base, fight to stay alive against a vicious enemy force. Although a harrowing experience in single player, you can now team up with a friend or two and even out the odds. Our latest trailer showcases a cooperative multiplayer aspects of the game, surviving with a friend, exploring the caves, and building a base. Intriguing.
Looks
but there's no trailer.
No trailer. Yeah, not a lot of stuff. Gotta get trailers, I feel like, today.
No.
And this is only day 2, right?
I believe this is technically day 2. Maybe day 3, I don't entirely know how they do their days. Tower 57 is a neo-retro shooter where cooperation is as important as your ammo capacity. As a member of an extraordinary task force forced to fight your way through the diesel punk mega tower and uncover its hidden secrets, coming to your PS4 in 2018. Again, time to stop. And then this one is the last one on this, at least. Watam. This is from the people that made Katamari Damacy. Grab a friend and join the mayor to explore the world of Watam together as you run, jump, climb, hold hands, explode, and more with colorful characters that will surprise you with every joyful turn. Watam will be coming to PS4 in 2018. I mean, let's be honest. Katamari Damacy overstayed its welcome, and now we have a new game from the creators. So, that's a good thing at least. But at the same time,
yes,
I don't know how to feel about this one. I really don't.
I don't know. Seems like this PSX has been too focused on Verve. I mean, on VR. That's not what I'm really happy about right now, to be honest.
I'm not either. I love the VR technology, but at the same time, you don't need to focus your entire fucking thing, your entire 3-day conference, on a lot of VR stuff. You have other technology. You have much more to your system than VR. Although, I understand from a business aspect, you want to sell the fucking units.
But you don't... I'm saying, like, is VR even selling right now? Is it, like, actually selling? Like, I understand if it was actually selling, but...
It's not selling very well that I know of. It sells, but it doesn't sell very well because, one, it's too expensive for the average consumer.
Yeah.
And two, not a lot of people understand VR technology. I don't know why they're trying. I mean, they've even got a Wipeout VR level now, or a full-on game of Wipeout inside of it.
I honestly don't even know why it's even yeah, I understand, you know, popularity and stuff, but come on.
Yeah, another VR game was apparently revealed during the time we've been streaming called Firewall 0 Hour.
Oh, God.
It's a 4-player squad-based strategic shooter. So, I mean, it's like Rainbow Six Siege, right? In VR. Am I missing anything there?
No, not at all. Seems like VR is like their hit attraction at this PSX. Besides the remasters that people care about more. Just saying.
Yep.
Seems like every time Sony takes a step forward, they always take a step backwards.
Yep. Yeah, it's, apparently, PSX is just wrapping up right now.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, so,
so besides that, any reveals besides
the medieval release will be right in time for the 20th anniversary.
Oh, okay.
So whenever that is. I'm trying to get back up to the... There was some information revealed about the Spider-Man. I'm trying to see if there was a release date yet to be confirmed. So yeah, like, what was the point of PSX this year other than like nostalgia?
Virtual reality. Yeah, honestly, I feel like they're trying too hard. I feel like so basically nothing really new besides like Soul Calibur 6, Blaze Blue Attack Battle, which they didn't really show anything new. They just showed like another trailer. I feel like that trailer was just for people who didn't see the trailer Evo. I feel like. Yeah,
they could have.
That's why they kind of redid it, I guess. At the same time, it's like we have YouTube. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, they could have done that. It's... I don't know at this point if there's any more use to this conference. It's...
Is this the last day?
It's according to Sean Layden. I'm looking on the blog right now, and the first words on the medieval full trailer that was revealed. That's another PlayStation experience in the book. So I'm guessing that's the end of it.
All right, so I guess we just covered pretty much everything that we cared for.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like they were focused too much on stuff that. Yeah, the nostalgia stuff I would say is really good. Like a new Patapon game is PS4 is that's gonna be my wish list for Christmas. I don't know when it's coming out, but if you're doing damn sure I'm gonna buy it. But I feel like
Yeah.
they're focused too much on. I feel like they're focused too much on virtual reality.
If they make the
It's kind of a bummer.
if they make the VR headset more affordable, I could see it selling better. But at this time, it's
At this point, it's just a cash grab.
it really is because we got like I think it's still like $200+. That's more than anybody's really willing to pay on a VR headset for their kids. Let's be realistic. Most of the games that are out for it, aside from like Resident Evil 7 or, you know, like the Call of Duty level, are basically more marketed towards the young teens and kids still. Like, you got the Batman VR game, you got your one mission from, like, freaking Final Fantasy 15 now. Now they're getting more towards the adult audience, but, like, the Rick and Morty game coming there and everything, but
yeah,
until that, there's really no hit game for the adult audience.
yeah, I agree.
I mean, their one big selling point of the VR, that Riggs game, was all the DLC for it was canned, and then it was given away free as a bonus PlayStation Plus game not too long ago. Because it didn't sell, the studio closed down, that was the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then their other one, the Until Dawn Festival of Blood, was also free. So if you're already giving away free VR games to try to boost sales, there's something wrong there. But now they've still got the heavy focus. It doesn't make sense.
They don't really have their priorities straight, to be honest.
No, they really don't. Either lower the price of the headset so more people can afford it, or
just
focus on creating traditional experiences game-wise. That's what you're known for, Sony.
Yeah.
Create games that people will buy. You've done this for years. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say this PSX was a total loss. I mean, I can express enough how hyped I am for Patapon 2. Like every time I say the name, like it's a little harder each time I say Patapon 2. Oh, there it is again. But yeah, medieval. I've been trying to play medieval for whatever since a long time. So man, I'm really happy that Sony is trying to listen to their fans, but every time they take a step forward, they take a step back.
I 100% agree here.
I just think they need to stay in one lane and stay that way. Either go back or go forward. It's one or the other.
You can't do this every time that you freaking have a misstep. You can continue going forward, or you can just slip back and refocus. I mean, you did that with the PlayStation Vita. You stopped making it, and now it just sits on my shelf in infamy because there's no new game for it for like the last 4 fucking years.
I like the Vita.
I loved the Vita.
But it's just that they
gave up way too soon on it.
Sony is just terrible at marketing. They're terrible at it. Like,
well, their first misstep with it was bundling it with a mobile data plan with AT&T, which doesn't exist in rural areas at all. And then their second misstep with it was freaking not marketing it whatsoever. Past E3.
I barely saw any PS Vita commercials at all.
I saw it for like the first 2 months on like Spike and G4, and that's about it.
It's that they need to just work on their marketing stuff, man. Because the Vita wasn't that bad at all. I enjoyed it. The game kind of was fun, you know. It was just like You can play PS stuff, games on the go. It's just that they suck at marketing and they suck at making games for it. Like, at least like Nintendo. I think what's smart about Nintendo is that Nintendo makes games specifically for the 3DS.
Yep.
And then games like on like Wii U or the Switch or like the GameCube and all that stuff, they're like ports, you know. They're like ports.
Yep.
But when Nintendo makes a game for a console, it's specifically made for that unless it's like backwards compatible or something. Sony doesn't do that. But Sony's mindset is Sony makes a game for PS4 or PS3 and then makes a port to PS Vita. Like, why?
Yep. Or they port it from the Vita to the PS4.
Like why? Like what's the point of that? I don't understand. You don't need to do that.
You really don't.
Like I barely see the significance of me playing God of War, like God of War 4 on the PS4, then you port it to the PS Vita. Like I bought it for the PS4 for a reason. Like make games specifically for the PS Vita that people will buy. You know.
Exactly.
But unlike us, like most people aren't going to buy like a game more than one. Like there are some people who have an Xbox One, a PS4, a Switch, and they pick and choose whether to buy a game for this, a game for this. Either they buy exclusives for that, or let's say like it's like a third party game, like Battlefield or Street Fighter. Technically, like Witcher or something like that.
Yeah, I'm notorious for rebuying games.
Yeah, they'll either be like, oh, I'll buy this game for the Xbox One, then I'll buy this version of the game for the PS4, or it's either or, you know. Like for me, for example, I would buy Call of Duty World War II on my Xbox because I have a lot of friends that play Xbox and they play World of War, you know. But I buy Injustice 2 on my PS4 because I know a lot of my friends who play Injustice 2 on PS4, you know. That's just your decision because I have all consoles. I have a PS4. One, all that, so that's how I decide which game I'm gonna buy for which one. But Sony doesn't realize that most people don't do that. Most people just have one console, either PS4, Xbox One, or Switch. Most people don't buy all three, like hardcore gamers like me and you do. So
yeah,
they're thinking like, oh, if we have a PS4, they might have a Vita too. So we're just gonna port these two. It's like, no, that's not how it works. Some people either have one or the other. Not all, but some. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I bought the Vita day one, and my day one edition got stolen while I was away. So right after I got back from my extended vacation in the Berry County Jail, I bought fucking a new Vita with my first paycheck at my new job. And I bought a bundle with Borderlands 2, and I'm like, wait, where are all the fucking games now? They're not a fucking game one. Then the only game that came out after I got out that even bothered to give me any interest whatsoever was a game called Freedom Wars, where you basically fought battles to win back years of your life, sort of kind of scenario. It was like Dead Man Wonderland the game.
Oh my god, I remember that game.
It was fun, but that was the only game I bought after that, and I replaced the, 6 games I had before that.
With me, I bought PS Vita day one, too, because I got it for Christmas. I had Mortal Kombat 9, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. My PS Vita broke. Screen cracked. So I had to wait 3 months before I could get me a new one. And then my fucking data, I deleted my data by accident on my memory card, so I had to get other games. I got Blaze Blue on it, and I got Metal Slug on it.
Yep.
So, they had games, but it's just that they just didn't care.
There was a certain point where they just quit making games in America for it, though.
Yeah, they just stopped caring.
I mean, I sent you an article in the podcast group chat, that there was Grisea games coming in Japan for the Vita.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, great. I'm not going to learn fucking Japanese to play this game, though.
they're trying to. Yeah, that you're talking about that Crimson, that visual novel game, right?
Yep.
I mean, I'd play that, but it's just like, why? Why go through all this trouble? Like, Sony tries to compete so much with Nintendo that they just don't worry about themselves.
Yeah. I'm shocked that out of everything that happened at PSX this year that I've seen and watched, I am shocked that they did not announce some sort of like hybrid system, kind of like the Switch.
It's
like, here's our new handheld, but you can also play it on your TV. It's a totally original idea, guys. We did not copy Nintendo. No, we didn't.
Wouldn't you rather see new PS Vita titles rather than like VR titles? I'd be so happy for that.
Exactly. I would have been like, oh shit, this is coming to the Vita. I can finally dust the goddamn thing off. I haven't, the only time I actually played it recently is when I was editing a video, but I didn't want to have my TV on. But I was stuck in the middle of a raid in Destiny 2 while I was still playing Destiny 2. I'm like, okay, it's still got remote play. I checked the battle in the back of the game case. I'm like, cool. And I had to manually set the date and time on it because it hadn't been turned on in like 6 months. And then I'm like, cool, I'm right back in the raid. Switch off. Oh, cool. There's where I need to cut video. Cover me, I gotta cut this. And that's how I use my Vita now.
The thing is only really Vision Vita is useful for is because I'm pretty sure is the PlayStation Network, is the PSN store still open for Vita, or did they close it?
It's still open as of now because they're still giving away PS Vita games, like indie games, and very B-rated indie games on PlayStation
That's the
Plus.
only thing that's like the only thing. It's like a PSP. It's like a PSP Go. The only way you're going to get any action from it is to buy it online.
Yep. I give it another 6 months before they're like, yeah. If you wonder why we're starting releasing like VR games on the PlayStation Store, yeah, we're shutting off the Vita store. Cool. Saw it coming. I remember when they shut off the PSP store, I was pissed. Because I still have my PSP. But...
Oh my god, that would hit me so much. I still have my PSP. My PSP's in my fucking thing right now. I need to buy games for that.
Yeah. Like, I still use it, too. That's the thing.
Yeah, PSP games were fun.
Yeah. I don't know what it is with Sony and, like, handhelds that they can't competently market a handheld. They're so used to copying Nintendo, maybe copy their marketing strategy.
Ugh. And that's what they need to do, but they don't do it for some reason.
But maybe next year PSX will have some new hybrid game system that's kind of like a Vita, but it's not a Vita, but kind of like a PS4, but not a PS4. So we'll just call it the PlayStation Switch.
Honestly, I don't even think they're gonna make another handheld.
I really don't.
Nintendo is dominating the handheld market right now, and that's the one that made.
They said that they don't plan on making another handheld, but they had a patent for like some hybrid console that leaked on Reddit at one point in time.
So a Switch copy, basically.
Yeah, that's why I'm shocked it wasn't announced. I'm just waiting for this to be a thing. Unless somebody made a really, really convincing patent leak. Which isn't very hard. I mean, anybody in 3DS Max can draw up, like, a fake fucking console, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
Just, like, put on a fake patent number, and nobody's gonna fact-check that shit. You see? See? Sony's copying Nintendo again. Look at them point and laugh. Ha ha ha. But yeah, lower the damn price on the VRs. The takeaway point for this. make it marketable, and just stop focusing so much
on Nintendo shit.
exactly.
But other than the negatives, I'm kind of say I'm not. I went to the PSX was a complete loss this year.
I mean, we got the Rick and Morty VR game at least. That's something that we can at least turn into like a Let's Play in the future.
Yeah, I would say the biggest highlights was let me say it again, Patapon 2 remaster, Medieval remaster, the Omens of Sorrow fighting game. It looks really good. I just hope that I just hope as a fighting game fan that all the issues of fighting games that it has doesn't have those issues. But I'm not holding my.
Also, Spider-Man, seeing the trailer, that was pretty cool. Last of Us 2, at least the panel was pretty solid. Freaking Soul Calibur 6, we got more info.
Oh yeah, the Blaze Blue attack battles. I don't know why they needed another trailer, but
it wasn't even a new trailer. It was the same trailer from E3.
Yeah, it was the same trailer with new features.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we added this feature and this feature. Cool. Nah. Just added 2 text panels.
Yeah, they just added kit. They just changed the kits and that stuff. Yes, we know Ruby's coming.
I mean, that's their biggest marketing point. Yeah, Ruby's in a fighting game. Yay!
Yeah, but only 2 Ruby characters have been announced right now.
I'm sure they'll announce Yang and Blake eventually. But
yeah, they're focusing on I don't know, Ember and the Sony characters. I'd laugh so if Weiss and Ruby were the only characters that were announced for Ruby side. I'd laugh so hard.
They might just have 2 of each, But wait, they have like what, 4 fucking Persona characters now?
It's 3 each side, besides like Ruby.
So
characters. So currently, I would probably say there's like four characters each side.
So they're either going to put John and Nora, or they're going to put Nora wouldn't really fit in Blaze Blue. It would be more like Blake and John, or it would be fucking John and Ren, or maybe Blake and Yang even. I don't know. They might just put all of the original Team Ruby in there, or they might just mix it up with some of Ranger.
I feel like what they're going to do is just 4 characters, Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and then maybe like 1 supporting Coco, or you know the characters more than I do, but probably like a villain. But they do have some Blade.
Yeah, maybe they'll throw Cinder in there.
What's the most popular villain? Ruby?
The most popular villain in Ruby would either be Torchwick, but he's technically dead, or they'd throw in either Neo, who's like something of a villain, or they'd throw in Cinder because she's most recognizable.
Probably Cinder, or it doesn't matter if he's dead or not. I'm pretty sure a lot of.
Yeah, they're definitely not going to put fucking Salem in there because we don't know anything about her yet.
So I don't think they're going to put anything with Volume 5.
They'll probably put something from 1 to 3 in there.
Yeah, from those.
So it'll either be Torchwick, Neo, or Cinder if they put a villain in.
Because if you look at her moveset, I don't think her moveset looks like she's Ruby from Volume 1. Did you saw her gameplay?
Yeah, it was.
Like I don't see her semblance. I didn't know her. So I haven't seen Ruby's semblance at all. She's a very fast character, so I'm assuming that they're doing versions of characters. Only for Ruby, because Ruby, but like Volume seems like a very stale character. Gameplay wise, because looking at her, she's she's just has like a lot of speed, and all she uses her side like. What does her semblance do? You can spoil it for me. I don't spoil anymore. Still be unless I forgot and read wrote me later.
Oh, I'm sure he will. I'm trying to think who would actually fit in that the third and fourth slot out of Ruby, really.
They might do more.
Because we got, what, like 3 to 4 months before that actually releases stateside.
I have to look. Remember the...
I know it says in 2018. So we don't really know when in 2018 it'll release. But we can...
Yeah, we don't.
We can dissect, you know, the Blaze Blue when more info's released. But I'd say... out of everything, judging by Ruby's moveset, yeah, it's Volume 1 at least. She does have some of her, like, more speed stats from Volume 2 and 3, but...
Yeah. So, you're buying this game, right?
Oh, fuck yes. It'll be the first Blaze Blue I actually paid for.
So currently for Blaze Blue, we have Ragnar, Jin, Rachel, Hazama, Noel, Ezreal, Persona 5. So Blaze Blue has the most characters out currently. Go figure.
Well, I mean, it's their game.
Yeah. Ruby only has 2. That's Ruby and Weiss. Under Night and Birth has 4, and Persona 4 has 4. So currently, 1, 2, 3, 6. Blaze Blue has 6 characters out. 4 for 4. So
well, I'm gonna say it'll probably be 6 for each side then.
I doubt it.
Persona 4 had a fuck ton of characters.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, the way it's looking, I feel like we're gonna have a decent. I feel like Blaze Blue's gonna have the most characters in this game because our system is gonna milk it to high hell.
So,
yeah. That's our analysis. Is there anything we want to touch on project-wise while we're here? When are we going to do the next podcast would be my best question. The next live stream podcast.
Well, I'm out of school. My semester ends next week, so I'm free all the time for that. We got to do our Saturday morning review, too.
Yeah, we got to work on that. We got to work on the next podcast. We need topics for that. If you have any suggestions, drop them in the comments. But be sure to check all the descriptions of all the videos to make sure you don't recommend a topic that we've already touched on.
Yeah, and just a quick thing going on, a little announcement on my end. I don't have a solo project going on currently.
I still need to release your League of Legends stuff, but other than that, yeah.
Yeah, the gameplays aren't really getting much views and all that stuff, so I decided to retire from them. I'm not much of a Let's Player anyway. So my main focus is going to be with the Game and Chills. I will still do gameplays, but they'll mostly be Game and Chills with David and Red and Chris and all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably do a game and chill when I get internet in the future.
When are you moving would be my next question. Because
we're moving up by the end of the month. We're moving like very soon.
Okay, are you going to have Xbox Live Gold when you move? Judging stare.
Hopefully.
Okay, because remember, the winter event for Overwatch comes Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah.
So I want you and Chris in a match with me, and probably his buddy Pee-wee, and we're gonna fucking destroy shit.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna fucking roast the hell out of the Yeti event.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. So my main focus right now is Game and Chills. Red wants me to start a rant/discussion project.
Oh, I can release that update video then. I had a private update video about that.
I need to. I'm considering. I just need to get my confidence up for talking. But for sure, if I get my confidence up to where it needs to be, I'll definitely do a rant/discussion video. It'll be about all media.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be about manga,
when your package arrives,
comics.
Thurman, once you move, I want that unboxed on the channel.
Oh, I got you. It'll be you have my address, right?
Wait to send me your address till you move, and then there'll be a package there for you.
All right, so
it'll be that the rants will be about like anime, manga, video games, all other stuff I rant about. I'm very passionate about this stuff. And let's not forget, I finally got Blender. So
it only took him 3 months.
So my Sprite stuff is coming. However, currently right now, all I'm doing is I'm learning how to maneuver around because there's a guy on YouTube that does tutorials about how to use the equipment for Blender, and that's what I'm doing right now. And once I get the tutorial, I think I'm getting the hang of it. But once I get the tutorials down, I'm going to start doing my Sprite stuff. So I'm making some good project. I'm on tutorial 5 currently. No, tutorial 4 right now currently. So I'm making good progress. So
Blender is to animation what Poser is to Ruby, because Poser is usually used for porn videos, and the Ruby was the first project that wasn't really porn based, and Blender is used for a lot of porn music videos, and Thurman is using it for a very, very good purpose in making like sprite animations and shit like that for our death battles and other stuff. So congrats, Thurman, for taking it out of that sordid demographic.
Yeah. It's
You're Monty Oming that bitch.
It's going to be hard, but I'm definitely going to work at it. The dedication is there.
Yep. Has Noble helped you any?
No, I don't need Noble's help yet. Right now, I'm just doing tutorial on how to because when I first got Blender, I was confused as fuck. Like, what is this? What is this? What is this? Oh my god! And after I got all these tutorials down, like
it's not that hard to use. I played around with it for a bit.
I kind of understand it now. I kind of understand it now a bit. So I'm gonna keep watching the tutorials and look at all the tools and all that stuff. And once I feel confident enough, I'm gonna start working on that.
Great. Also coming very soon, Red's working on Doctor Who project. He's going to be reviewing every episode of Doctor Who ever. So that'll be a very, very long running series, and he'll probably be old and gray by the time it's over. I pity the poor fool, but he's determined to do it, and I will not turn down determination.
We won't.
So, if you're a Doctor Who fan, stay tuned to that. Also, there's going to be probably Rage videos coming very, 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 very soon, because I've been raging at the new winter update and Call of Duty World War II, and people have said, when you rage, it's funny, so I'll probably release a couple of those.
Yeah, and then, like you said earlier in this video, once Crunchyroll does its infamous award ceremony, it's time to rage.
It's either going to be me raging about how many awards Black Clover wins, or it's going to be him raging about how many awards fucking Ancient Magus Bride wins, probably.
See, I don't hate Ancient Magus Bride. It's just not better than Gintama. But I mean, if it gets the award it deserves, I'm not going to complain. I will complain, however, if Black Clover wins Best Anime of the Year. I will complain, because it doesn't deserve that title. As a fan, I can say that anime does not deserve Anime of the Year. And if it wins, I'm going to say bias. I'm going to scream out bias. I swear. I will be the first one. No, all the Black Clover haters can wait in line. The true Black Clover fans get first dibs on burning down Studio Pierrot and Crunchyroll.
Okay, you heard it here first. Thurman will rage if his favorite manga series wins Best Anime of the Year. I'm going to probably make a prediction right now and say it will win Anime of the Year, just because they've marketed it so much. just like they did with Yuri on Ice, and then we can
Ugh.
basically say that these awards are indeed biased if it wins, because remember, Yuri on Ice was marketed just as hard as fucking Black Clover is right now, and it won Anime of the Year. Look back.
It won half the awards.
Yeah, exactly. So we can officially declare Crunchyroll's awards bias if it wins.
Yeah, a lot of stuff this year that should win or should get nominated for, but you know, if you like our discussion, check out one of the podcasts. We literally roast and break down what Crunchyroll should do.
I believe it was podcast 3. 1 second, I'll pull that up.
It was podcast like 5 or 6.
It was really early on in our channel though. Let me look here. I got my phone here. Holy shit, we have 27 views on the latest Ruby discussion.
We have 0 reviews on our other one, on our One Piece discussion.
All right. Well, it just went public like 3 hours ago, so.
Oh, true.
I'm not too surprised there. Let's see. Go to. Wanna go view more. Playlists. I hate the fucking app for Creator Studio. I really do. I don't like the way it's laid out. Because it does all the episodes of everything in reverse order. You said you thought it was number 5? Okay, that's episode.
Either 5 or 6. What is it? 2?
It's episode 7 actually. Okay, well, shit, description, well, shit, technical difficulties came to be, and we lost an entire episode. It is addressed in the first minute of this episode and an edit. Thanks for bearing with us. We cover our thoughts on the Crunchyroll Awards and what we think should have been done different, our favorite animals, top 3 songs of each podcast, or crossovers we'd like to see. Also, there's a little Easter egg in here for longtime viewers, and it's randomly inserted, so view the full video for us trolling Thurman post-edit.
Alrighty then.
It's like a quick blip of text that goes across the screen. If I remember correctly. It was just something to read through, and while he was like, that was probably one of the dumbest things you've said to date, so we gotta troll it. And I'm like, okay, go ahead. And he just drags text across the screen really quick. But yeah. We already hate Crunchyroll's anime awards, so we've roasted it on numerous occasions, but that was like a full-on half an episode of the podcast rant about how stupid it was. And I think there's I think there's an edit from where I came out of my tank top and red drug Homer's eye bleach gif, and he's just pouring bleach in his eyes. And I'm like, oh, I wish I was seeing that beforehand. Oh, I was wearing like a Goku workout tank top. I just came back.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I just came back from work in the server room, and I fucking was pouring sweat, and I skipped class because I felt like shit from that day. Oh, it was a miserable, miserable day. But yeah, sadly we won't be able to do any of those edits as long as Red's car's, you know, fucked, but we can, as you've seen in this stream, we can at least edit in quick things if we know beforehand with this new update to OBS, so that's good. That's why I did what I did beforehand, and why it took basically 3 days to set this up, because I was trying to figure out where everything needed to go and how to set each individual image. And it took a little bit more planning of where to place the image, and finally I figured out it'd just be easier just to place it up in this corner than it was to drag the icon and everything else all around. So yeah, been fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And like I said at the beginning of the stream, we'll be doing more of these live streams for events and other shit up until at least the end of the year. And one of them will probably be myself, Red, Chris, and Thurman all talking about our upcoming games that we're looking forward to. Aside from like what was announced at PSX, just like
end of the year podcast.
Yeah, just like a random day when we're all off, we can just have a random like impromptu podcast of what we're looking forward to in the next years, our goals for the channel, and everything coming up. Well, basically viewer appreciation episode of the podcast. So stay tuned for that, and until next time, Plant Unity. Peace.
Deuces.